Yeah, Colorado. That place fucking sucks. We live?
Yeah,
Oh,
Carolina
shit.
sucks too.
Carolina's fucking horrible. We're live?
I think we're live.
Oh,
Yep.
shit. Did
Yep,
they hear
live
that?
right now.
Folks! 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. 90, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93, 93.1. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish on the call live from North Scottsdale, Arizona. A pivotal game 5 featuring the Buffalo Sabres at the Key Bump Arena in the Montreal Canadiens. Bob Gucci, this is a fucking game we got on our hands here, fella. What's up?
Really excited about this game, even though I could care less who wins. I don't care about this series. Quite honestly, I don't really give a shit who wins the cup because they'll just give another one out next year. But this is a series that I'm really invested in terms of the people. The people of Buffalo, I want them to experience some winning hockey. Canadiens, I do like some of the dudes on that team. So we're going to watch this hockey game here, and someone's going to win, someone's going to lose, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, someone's going to lose, someone's going to win, lose, and drink the booze, folks. Everybody's drinking, everybody is driving. That is a staple on Chippewa Street. Live from the Key Bump Arena here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Home by 3 is on the couch calling this game. It is 4:07, 4:15, somewhere in their local standard. But on Chippewa Street, it is hockey time, and we're getting a game right now, and this is coverage you can't get anywhere else as Jack Quinn sends that to the point to a rather soft, vanilla soft serve. Connor Timmins, and a goal!
Oh, ref goes down.
Holy fuck! I don't know if that was tipped in, but we got early action, just the tip. And the Chippewa Street faithful at the Key Bump Arena are flying around. They are high as hell, Bob. I believe that was Jason Zuckerberg who actually tucked that one home via a tip. But great play by Jack Quinn. Low to high. Finds Connor Timmins. Back to Quinn. And he's just going to throw a little bit of a sifter on the net. I don't know if that hit Darlene.
Darlene in front there.
I don't know why Zucker was trying to celebrate like he got that one.
Well,
Let's
he's trying
check.
to celebrate because he's making $5 million a year. It
double
does
tip.
Pinball off Zucker, off of number 8. I think that's Madison. I don't really know. Don't really care. But Jason Zucker is a guy who somehow, no matter what, makes $5 million a year to get 13 points. But that's the kind of leadership you need on this team.
Not afraid of a $5,000 suit and not afraid of getting a new tattoo. That is Jason Zuckerberg, the pride of Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually grew up down the street from Bryce Harper. Both guys do hit things very well. One guy's a baseball, that is porn, and the other guy, well, he just hit that off his twig and his skate and ultimately found the back of the net. 3-0 the shots right now is Montreal on their heels early in the jaw of the Rust Belt. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish, you're just tuning in. 17:33 remaining in the first period. We are just getting going, and oh my God, are they flying around. Bob, honestly, this game, I thought Montreal, now it's early, but I thought Montreal was going to take it to them and then go win it at home at 6. Either way, I love both these fan bases. We've been to both cities, had shows in both. I just really hope whoever wins this series fucking kicks the shit out of Carolina.
Yeah, nobody wants to see Carolina play. Nobody wants them to win. Notoriously have one of the worst fan bases online. Now, we're not going to spend any time trashing and generalizing a fan base, but I mean, they're horrendous. They're pricks. They're full of pronoun people somehow, even though it's the home of NASCAR a little bit. But anyway, to your point, Swish, nobody gives a fuck about Carolina. So hopefully whoever wins this series can find a way to beat that team. But man, are they good and boring.
Yes, they are. They are short. They are, well, I guess a throwback team. One of the cheapest owners in the league. Not going to name his name. Tom Dundon.
I'm not going to spend any time on it. But
not going to spend any time on Tom Dundon. But did you hear? Actually, I'm going to tell you a story here quick, unless Kirby Doc tucks one home. So Tom Dundon bought a majority stake of the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, so they were playing on the road in their first round of a playoff series in San Antonio. The team and the owner were so cheap that during their last game, so I believe it was either game 2 or game 4, I think it was game 2 at home, they had to check out of the hotel before the game because they didn't want to pay for an extra night. So those guys went to the arena like 5 hours early. They had to check out like noon, and they had to go right to AT&T Center and go play San Antonio. But they had like 7 hours to kill before the game because they didn't want to extend one more night. So They are cheap and they are ready to go over there. And you know what? They lost the series. So I don't know if he does that with the Carolina Hurricanes, but that is the association. Anyways, back to the game as Mike Matheson makes a play over to his deep partner. He sends it up the wall and finds a streaking Yuri Slafkovsky, who sometimes finds his chin over his own shin. Mike Matheson is going to settle it down and regroup here as Caden Gooley gets the puck and surveys his options as he sends it the length of the ice, and that will be icing.
Folks, sorry about that. We did have technical difficulties while we were in the middle of calling an ownership group a bunch of cheap pussies. We should be back. Testing. We're back.
We are back, folks. Sorry about that. After we just publicly carved yet another guy, not going to name any names. So that was Tom Dundon, who owns the Portland Diddy Hawks there, the Trailblazers, as well as the Carolina Hurricanes, who are awaiting the winner of Buffalo and Montreal. Game 5 right here, folks. If you're just tuning back into HB3, Lane Hudson with a little shimmy shake. He's been excellent in this series, Bob, and gets a puck to the net. And oh my God, Cole Caulfield almost found the 4x6 as Lane Hudson playing a great match. Well, his first game of the series, you would like that one back, but ever since, he's dancing on his own like Robin out there is Connor Timmins, who's never been accused of being a hard player to play against, it with an absolute hot and ready and a goal. My God, that was Cole Caulfield.
An absolute cheeseburger. And that's not what you want to see if you're Buffalo. My God, you're drunk, you're high, you have a little bit of a buzz from an early goal, and the next thing you know, the puck is in the back of your own cage.
Like I said, Connor Timmins never been accused of being a physical player, but Cole Caulfield gets a rub on him. And then Timmins, that causes the turnover, and just like that, a little bit of a slip play to the middle is intercepted by Montreal. Bang, bang, shrimp. Cole Caulfield going to the front of the net, beating his check back to the net, but a rather soft play on his backhand by Connor Timmins there. Montreal creates a turnover. Cole Caulfield finds the twine, and if you're Montreal, you love to see Cole Caulfield stay hot. And Bob, if you're Lindy, I like it a little bit rough. That's got to be a little bit concerning, not only from the hot and ready from your defenseman, but when a goal scorer starts feeling his way through a series, and especially in a pivotal Game 5, that gets a little bit spooky because I could see Cole Caulfield maybe even having 2 or 3 tonight after that.
Yeah, you'd like to see Josh Norris there, or Quinn, or whoever it was. I don't know who it is because I don't really give a shit about this game. Stop on that puck and make more of an effort. If you see that pizza, the placement on the ice, you got to kind of be harder on that puck and clear it out. But it's a 1-1 game, and Darren Pang is absolutely firing, folks. This broadcast is brought to you by Professional Lacrosse.
Yes.
They're paying us $0 to promote their league, and it's a really good league. So if you're drunk, if you're high, if you have really nothing going for you, tune into their game whenever it is.
Yep, I believe they play one a month. They're going Saturday again. I was told to dial it back a little bit. Guys, it's a bit. Like, come on. Do I think lacrosse guys are losers? Yeah, but I just try to be funny, dude. Like, I'm just, I'm a funny guy, What do I do? I'm a clown. I make you laugh. So, yeah, do I think lacrosse is a really gay sport? Absolutely. But it's just a bit.
It's just a bit. We're not going to spend any time on it.
Oh, dude.
As we are a couple minutes into the first period, folks. Thanks for joining along. Get that chat fired up. Where are you watching from? Are you turning off the broadcast and listening to us? How are you enjoying the game?
Yeah, again, if you're just syncing up, sorry about the Wi-Fi difficulty. We actually had a Arbor Jack Guy moment. We lost Jack Guy. We lost Wi-Fi. But we are back, folks. Again, 1-1 right now. Connor Timmons with an absolute shitburger up the middle. Game tied. Cole Caulfield. Jason Zuckerberg again scored the opening goal at the Key Bump Arena. 1-1 right now. Game 5. Knotted up at ones. Knotted up in the series 2-2. It's go for 1. Stay for 2. Home by 3. Coverage you can't get anywhere else. Brought to you by, we have a few. We're brought to you by Lucy Nicotine, Book It Sports, OB Watch Group, and Vive Hydration, folks. If you want to sponsor the show and you have some money, hit us up, dude. We are now accepting sponsorships for no less than 7 figures, and we are going to get back to the game right now as Jordan Greenway is talking about what he had for lunch with Lindy Ruff. They did go to the same place, Mother's Kitchen in Buffalo, a place famously or infamously, the chef tried to stab me. I've talked about it enough, but yes, if you see a bald guy in there hopped up on Sudafed and narcotics, that guy is a piece of shit and an absolute pussy. Who stabbed somebody in a restaurant? Do it outside in the back, you fucking shithead.
13:05 remaining in the first. If you're synced up with us, we are breaking down the game. Swish is on the play-by-play. I am just pretty much useless. This game is brought to you by the massive Chipotle emblem in the middle of the ice as there's a save by UPL.
Chipotle should be paying us.
It should be. And we'll tell people. Sometimes you go and it sucks. And sometimes you go and it's good.
So this Helenas kid, he's playing in the American League, Bob. Now, I first saw this kid, and it's not in an Epstein way, but I first saw him in Finland. And he was playing in the Finnish Elite League as a 16-year-old call-up. And a couple years later got drafted by the Buffalo Sabres in the first round. I believe he was like 14th overall. And I thought at the time, this kid should have been higher than that. He's an incredible player. They've inserted him into the lineup the last 2 games. Number 94, rocks no tape. He's like a little landing strip on his blade. But a great young player, someone to watch out for if you're not familiar with the Buffalo Sabres and you're tuning into this baseball show. So one of those players that I really like. He's got a long career ahead of him, fella. It's
a great little nugget. A lot of people do not know who he is if you don't live in the greater upstate New York area.
And this Benson kid's had a great series. This kid grew up in a carnival, was conceived, I believe, on a roller coaster that fell apart due to the carnies being high and putting it together. But this kid is another bulldog. He's a bull in a china shop, but he's 5'2". Shout out to all of our short kings. Shouty low.
Josh Doan.
Oh, wow.
No relation to Shane Doan.
No relation.
Absolute tickling the ceiling with that windup. And look at the ladies of Buffalo. My God, are they wet?
Oh, my God. The hottest 6th yellow refiner in upstate New York. And I'm sure Donor, if he's single, which I do not know, he's found a few of those. But watch this play develop here. Now, Benson with a little, hey, how are you? NHL 06 spin move. Protects the puck well on Lane Hudson. Again, the series and all these playoff series are always won from things that go from low to high. This is another absolute clusterfuck. Somehow finds its way to Donor. And you know what, Bob? That's what goal scorers do. They just find a way to bury, fella. I was never a goal scorer. Josh Doan, fella, had 20-odd goals this year. And I will say this, that was a tough trade for the Utah Mammoth.
Yes, you love to see a guy like that come up through the rankings and actually be good. He's been filling the footsteps. Oh, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, who is that?
The Key Bump Center is absolutely high on dust. Mark Texier.
Oh, my Mark Texier. Oh, my Alexis Texier.
Jordan Greenway wasn't even watching. He was talking to some girl in row 2.
Jordan Greenway always keeps a loaded sativa pen in his breezer pants, and I don't know if he was reaching for that, but like Bob said, he was looking in the third row. But what the hell happened here? Ukko-Pekka Fertalainen, and it did hit another. Oh, it hit another skate. This has been a weird game of pinball here, folks. Another skate. Who had 2 skate goals on their bingo card in the first 10 minutes of this fucking game? How does that go in? I mean, actually, a decent box up by Luke Chin. Yeah, man, we got quite the start here. It's literally been a key bump like start. It's been a rocky road.
You love to see that. Now to get the people, it's just, oh man, this is just a analogy of what's going on with Buffalo. It's just a microcosm in a nutshell. These people, they're high, they're low. This game's brought to you by Kalshi. Bet on anything. When in doubt, keep betting.
This game is brought to you by the Anchor Bar in Buffalo and Retta. If you're fat as fuck and you need, well, a little barrel shaving and you don't want to use liposuction, Retta is a good option. Some people lose weight from it. Some don't. Most importantly, everybody is high at the Key Bump Arena as we are now at the 11:25 marker. Coverage you can't get anywhere else. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish. Bob Gucci today, actually. Well, there was an Arizona State jersey, number 69, floating around. I don't know if it'll be in the pro shop later this summer into the fall at the iconic Mullet Arena. We're going to have to talk to Greg Powers about that, Bob.
Yeah, that was cool to see. Now, let's look at this goal here. Ukko-Pekka Dukadu. I don't know if he could see through Tage there. It looks like he saw it, but there's just, it's just tough, right? It's just one of those ones.
The best part about that goal is Texier wanted nothing to do with that box up from Shen. He actually bitched out, lifted up his stick, and skated away from the net, and then got rewarded. How good is that? That is porn.
That, right you are.
Oh, my God. I don't want anything to do with this box out. This guy is an absolute refrigerator on skates, and then somehow you get rewarded. My God, here we are. We are at 11:13 remaining in the first period. Shots 10-3 in favor of Montreal. Speaking of jerseys, there was a kid walking into the Key Bump Arena. He actually tagged us home by 3 in it. He had a Alex Tuckchin jersey. That was great.
It is great to see the fans represent our show. This is the biggest show in Northeast and Central Scottsdale. And whether the hockey world wants to admit it, we're going to be the biggest show in the world. 11:08 remaining in the first. A lot of people in the chat say they are tuned up with us. That's where we're at. 11:03, 11:02, 11:01. There's a shot by Jake Evans into the back of Cole Caulfield's leg.
Cole Caulfield, the pride of
him, but
Stevens Point, Wisconsin. He had the first goal here in the game for the Montreal Canadiens. The fact that he even made it out of Stevens Point, folks, that is a feat in itself. And he has all 4 limbs, tucking 50 goals in the National Hockey League. Some things in sports are just cool stories. Some things, well, are just cooler to do in Buffalo. And that includes doing a little bit of dust. Folks, stay clean out there. Stay responsible. If you're drinking Labatt Blues tonight, well, hopefully you have a pair of swim trunks on because you will be pissing yourself if the Buffalo Sabres do indeed win this hockey game. Mattias Samuelsson sends it back to his Swedish partner in Rasmus Dahlin, who makes a cutback play on a rather slow Samuel Belduc, and that is sent 200 feet, and we should get an icing as Lane Hudson, who is cooler than his brother, goes back for that puck, and we are going to skate to the Buffalo defensive zone. 10-13 off the bone on the screws. Bobby Gooch, swishy.
This game is brought to you by the Boardwalk Bundle from Jersey Mike's. For a limited time only, you can get a sandwich, chips, and a drink for $10.99. Are you going to get cancer 20 to 30 years down the road from this food? Absolutely. But for right now, it's a great deal only at Jersey Mike's.
And Hellenis is going to step into the dots, folks. He spent a lot of time at Dinosaur BBQ earlier this year in Rochester. No one's accused Rochester of New York of being exactly the New York of the North. But anyways, not a bad spot to get your feet wet in the American Hockey League. Shout out to coach there. The head coach, Mike Leone, is a good chin and a good man. And played a couple years at Western Michigan, won a North American League championship with John Cooper, and he's made himself, well, known in the coaching world. So shout out to the jungle, folks. Keep going if you're there. Oh, my God.
Remember my story about the pot brownie?
On the river, the kid I was talking about to watch for. Yes. Wow, that can't go in.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Look at Caulfield's like, Jesus Christ.
It's an absolute fuck fest.
Holy fuck. How the hell does this go on? Seriously, let's break this down, folks. Oh, my God, do they love a nose ring in Chippewa in Buffalo?
Mike Leone was the name of the kid that sold me that bad pot brownie in college.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway.
But it's not the same one.
No, different Mike Leone.
Yeah. Oh my God. Double 5-hole. So this is going to go into the guts of the ice. Helenas is going to mishandle it. He's going to go 5-hole on Lane Hudson and then 5-hole on the netminder. My God, that was double 5-hole. Most of the time, you only see that on a pornographic website, folks. That was true hockey porn. Double 5-hole, Bob?
Double porn. Wow. The crowd is absolutely back on their feet again, going wild like a prom in Atlanta. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
They are outrageous.
I almost went to prom in Atlanta. Story for another day. Dating a black chick online for a bit as Yuri Slafkovsky is going to send that puck in. And I famously called him dumb, and 2,000 or 2 million Montreal fans came after me and said, "Where do you live? I am going to kill you." I said, "Prove it, you pussies."
Good hustle by this line here.
Yeah, Joshy Jones skating. He might be battling a back issue, skating with a piano on his back, but he's a great player and a good chin. His goal call was that Caulfield? Who was that? I believe it was. Mike Mathachin is going to send that cross corner as Connor Timmins, who is fighting a cold and fighting the puck early tonight. And Helenas is the youngest, well, I guess second youngest Buffalo Sabre to score a playoff goal, as Gooley is going to reset and get his troops ready for a neutral zone breakout. And that puck's going to be sent in by Josh Anderchin, who won a Calder Cup back in the day with the Cleveland Monsters. Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out to the mistake on the lake. Great stick there by Bo Byram.
That's a great drop pass to the other team.
Jordan Greenway, who's oh
my God, that looked like me carrying the puck.
Greener doesn't look like he's skating too comfortably. It always amazes me sometimes, guys are always hurt and banged up and shit, but some guys just can't really skate that well,
Some guys just should not be in the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, Greener got absolutely flatlined in front of the net like a heart attack, like a 99-cent heart attack, and as we're going to go into the corner here, and that puck is chipped out, and somehow Josh Anderson's still on the ice.
What is going on?
No call on that play. This game is on crack right now. We're talking about Buffalo crack, too, the good kind. It's a little speed and fentanyl.
Speed, fentanyl, and hot wing sauce.
Bodies are hitting the floor. There's pucks all over the place. There's gloves. There's artillery. This game is fucking nuts. I can't imagine what is going on in this 300 level section at the Key Bump Arena right now. I bet somebody's smoking a cigarette. Folks, if you're smoking a dart and you're tuning in while at this game, please, again, send us a picture of that. We would love to see what is going on at the bump right now. Again, we are at 7:15 remaining here in the first frame, as all sorts of jitters are going on the ice, off the ice, on the bench, on the wrench, and a great pass there.
Oh, my God.
Fuck.
What a save. How Dobish comes out and cuts down the angle. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
That was Helenas again with a great chance. He was looking for a cross-seam play, and that entire play was started by Norris Trophy contender, who can't play 20 minutes a night, is Rasmus Dahlin with a great play. I can't believe that the other night. He didn't even play. I mean, he had 4 penalty minutes, but he didn't even play 20 minutes and they won. That's just, can you really be a Norris Trophy candidate if you can't play 20? I don't care how many penalty minutes you have. You get your best defenseman on the ice.
Speaking of guys on the ice, it's always cool to see a guy like Konsta Helenas inject into the lineup, a young guy, gives you that spark, right? It's like right after a divorce, you start going out with a 25-year-old, even though you're 42, and all of a sudden you feel young again. 6:18 remaining in the first period. 6:15, 6:14 is Josh Jones.
Josh Jones is going to call his own number. He's going to go ISO Joe Johnson straight out of Chocolate Hollywood in Atlanta. They're calling your own number. Sometimes you just got to go 1-on-5 just to prove to yourself, hey, maybe I can walk through an entire team. As Owen Power, who is a big tall drink of water, sends it over, and now Josh Doan in the middle of the ice to Josh Norris, and that was steered away by Dobis, as we're going to get, a streaking Noah Dobson coming through the neutral zone. It's going to find its way for an offsides, folks, as, again, this game we can finally exhale as, there's been a lot of action, and Lindy Ruff seems like the calmest guy right now in all of Buffalo, and there's been a lot of good plays. There's been a lot of sloppy plays, but at the end of the day, that's porn, folks. 3-2 right now, a lot of goals. If you had the over, it might have already hit. Nonstop action here as we're going to go to commercial break. What is the chat saying? Are you guys on dust.
And we are somehow not going to a commercial. They're going to keep this absolute manic first period going as there's a chip out into center ice and retrieved by Matt Barnaby up to Dahlin. Dahlin trots up the middle of the ice.
Trot Nixon.
Tage Thompson. Over to Alex Tuck Your Chin. Loses the puck. Regains control. And I'll hand it off to Swish right now because I'm out of breath.
There's a cutback play and is sent to the cage as Tage Thompson is tied up with 2 or 3 Montreal Canadiens. And
hey,
this game seems like there's a little bit more space east-west tonight. I don't know why, but it just seems like there's a lot more holes in this both defense right now, and especially on the Montreal side. I don't know what's going on. They're going to have to tighten up a little bit, but a lot of east-west plays Buffalo is making, not only low to high, and they've found sticks, skates, and everything in between, but just right now, even coming over the neutral zone into their own offensive zone, Bob, it just seems like, for whatever reason, Buffalo's having an easier time making east-west plays. Montreal definitely has to tighten up. That's something Marty St. Louis will for sure talk to his team and address them as they go to intermission. But right now, they gotta weather the storm right now. This game, I don't even know what's going on. It has shades of like an American Hockey League game right now with bounces and pucks everywhere. I don't know if guys are nervous. They're drunk. What's going on? But yeah, 3-2 right now, the Buffalo Sabres, as we are going to go to a commercial break. Is the chat saying anything?
Yeah, the chat's saying I need a bump of energy. What the fuck are you talking about? Every time I talk, it's the same way I'm talking. So get fucked. Yeah, this game doesn't really have a neutral zone, it seems like. Guys are just flying through the neutral zone like it's a Narch roller hockey tournament with a bunch of guys in Irvine, California who are just happy to get away from their fat wife and try to cheat with a college girl. So, yeah, at least it's entertaining for us. This game is brought to you by Calci. Now you can just bet on everything. It doesn't need to be sports. You can bet on the UFO files, the Epstein list, whatever you want. It's always good to take your hard-earned money and put it on a bet.
Always bet, folks. Always bet responsibly. Shout out to Prize Picks. They're actually a company that's paying us. If you want to pay us more, though, we are open to listen. We do have a contract negotiation in September. I'm going to throw that on the table right now. We are the biggest free agents come September. So, again, brought to you by Prize Picks until we get a better offer or we whack them again for more.
You guys were electric in Philly. Love the show. Thank you for showing up. We are a show that actually has an authentic fan base. There's a lot of shows out there that just have a big Instagram following. But guess what, Swish? They have meet and greets, and nobody fucking shows up because they're fake and they're pussies. But this show, you guys show up for us, so we appreciate that. HB3 in the building. Apparently, there's Mormons in the chat, Swish.
Oh, my God. Soak City, Utah, brought to you by, well, your cousin's shaking the bed for you. Folks, if you need a little help, well, call your second cousin over, Arthur, and he can help you get off. Folks, speaking of getting off, well, we're about to get off the call here in the next 3 or 4 minutes, but friend of the show, Jackie Redmond, is interviewing Martin St. Louis in the bench right now. Speaking of on the bench, we are on the bench, on the couch, in the sectional, somewhere outside of North Scottsdale, Arizona. Folks, we're going to take a break at the period in the intermission because we have typewriter draws and we want to save the nonstop action for you, the people. And we don't have a panel to throw it to, unlike TNT. So, again, 3-2 right now, about 4 minutes left. Jake Evans, Bob Evans, stepping into the dot right now, famously took one on the chin about 4 years ago from Mark Scheifele. Remember that hit, dude? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Somebody in the chat, the guy that said, I have no energy, even though I don't know what the fuck you want me to do, said my buddy is getting married this week in a Mortimer wedding. Yeah, he sounds gay, and so do you. Who cares? We take a look at Matt Matheson on the show, Ryan Newhook, the pride of BC.
Jewhook's been really hot.
He has been there's always that one guy that steps up.
Man, as much as I want to blame Timmins because I'm just envy of he's still in the National League and I'm sitting on a couch, Joshy Norris has got to do a better job there on that goal. He's got to blow some dust, not like actually throw it up his nose, but blow some snow. So where you stop and you're able to receive that puck. He kind of did a flyby and left his defenseman out to dry. It was actually a good slip play to the nipple, to the dot by Connor Timmins, Bob. But Norris kind of did a little bit of a flyby and left his defenseman out to dry. Ultimately, Cole Caulfield gets on the board. Hindsight's 20/20. The past is something, well, you learn from and you move on from, folks. And that's what we're going to do right now at HB3 because the past, who gives a shit? This game right now is 3-2, 4:30 left as Alex Newhook. That's offside.
That's way offside. That was full Matt Duchene.
Who is that fucking linesman? He's drunk.
I believe that is
Number
something Skittler.
Number 53. Jesus Christ. You have a
Skinner.
sniffer fella. As Gooley is going to go back for the puck, who took a big hit earlier in the year and actually said, you know what? I heard something going around the league. I can't be going chin over shin. So shout out to the Ghoul man, listener of the show, as Bo Byram goes back for that puck and tries to win a wall battle against, I believe that was Kapanen, maybe, as we're going to send that puck in. His Wi-Fi going back to the puck. A little bit of a D to goalie exchange, and just went off the post to the wall to Samuel Bell Duke, who was traded for Logan Mailloux last offseason. Coming over from the St. Louis Blues is Mike Matheson, who rocks a neck guard, steers that in, and Joe Valeno, former first-round pick, throwing that to the cage. And Eka Puka Ferda Laininen, who's not scared of a beer, covers that puck. And we are going to go to, I believe, another commercial break. 3:28 left, folks, if you're just tuning in. Chat, where are you watching from? What side of the fence are you on? And are you going out tonight? It is ladies' night, folks. Wherever you are, it is universal. Let us know. And thank you for tuning in to the biggest hockey show that never talks about hockey. But when we do, we bring you the best coverage you can't find anywhere else.
This game is retarded. Comment coming in from Wicked9438. I'd have to agree with you. Thank you for tuning in. Swish is a modern-day Gary Thorne on the call. That's absolutely right. Vancouver, Canada, Massachusetts, Port Huron. Shout out to Gabe's Gate. Shout out to Mothers. Shout out to Vancouver. Canada, even though you are completely losing your land to everywhere else, I feel bad for you guys. But that is politics. That is baseball. Nashville, Ontario.
Ooh. Yeah,
Gucci's
man.
energy is great. Yeah, I don't know what this guy wants me to fucking do. Like, you want me to fucking just interrupt Swish in the middle of him talking? So shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Eating
Swish,
good in the neighborhood. What's that?
What is your first move as the Chin Missioner of the Chin HL? Coming in from...
I already told you 32 teams, but we're going to play 34. We're going to add 2 franchises so we can make a little bit more money. We're going to come back to Arizona. That's one. And then I guess we're going to put one in Chocolate Hollywood, Atlanta, just so I can go to Magic City. Shout out to Johnny's Hideaway. Love that spot as well. And then we're going to play year 1 with 34. The bottom 2 are going to get relegated. And then from there, 2 up from the American Hockey League, 2 down from the National Hockey League, depending on how you finish. Ultimately, I would love to move one of the teams to London, too. Eventually, I don't know what team it's going to be, but whoever's struggling, I don't want it more than 32 teams in the league. I think it's being watered down as is. I came into the league with 30. If there was 32 or 34, I would have played 2,000 games. You would have been calling me the new modern-day Mr. Hockey. I would actually be outskated Gordie Howe. But that's a story for a different day. So what I'm telling you is we're going to do 32, and there's going to be a relegation series. We're going to have to work it out in terms of how it's going to work, just in terms of AHL, NHL. But that's the gist of it. And I can't wait, man.
13-12 remaining in the first period here. This game is brought to you by Jornavix. If you're feeling achy, arthritis maybe, don't bother with any natural remedies. Go to your doctor and get some pills.
Yep.
This episode is brought to you by big pharmaceutical companies that only want you as a patient. They do not care about your health.
Nope. They want you to die. Well, they want you to live a long life of addiction to a pill, rely on their substance, and eventually, well, just disappear. It's brought to you by SSRIs and every sort of pharmaceutical you could get with a prescription. Just a phone call away from a doctor via a Zoom call. It's pretty crazy. You can get any sort of pill in less than 14 minutes.
That's exactly what they want, right? Just like they want you to continue to pay and be a revolving source of income.
Yep.
And then you die and everyone forgets you even existed. 2:52 remaining in the first period.
Would you agree with, not talking pharmaceuticals, but would you say that Josh Anderson is a Nordstrom Rack version of Tom Wilson?
These days, yeah, especially. I thought at one point they could be comparable.
I know.
But it looks like he slowed down just a bit.
But
right?
he is still effective.
For sure.
I think at one point he was almost a 30 goal scorer in Columbus. And that's when he got that big ticket to come to Montreal. But yeah, he's always been a force. He's asserted himself in this playoffs. Tom Wilson just skates better, so he's able to get around and really tag guys. But yeah, Anderson's been effective. He's a kid that can chuck. He's a little bit clunky these days. And he's played a lot of hard hockey, man. He's similar to the Dewey Cox story. He's walked hard. Speaking of walking hard, well, Owen Power walks the line pretty hard. No diddy. 1:58 remaining as Leighton Hudson goes back for a puck, and he's forechecked by Jason Zuckerberg, who has this first goal of the game for the Buffalo Sabres. That is sent up by number 93.1, Ivan Demidov, who finished second or third in the Calder votes this year. He's had a great season, the Russian locomotive. And a great little saucer play there by Helenas, and sends it up to Jack Quinn. And Zucker over to Quinn, and wow, trying to find a streaking, I believe that is Rasmus Dahlin, as he tries to shimmy shake and then eventually reverse hit Evans. A puck finds Jack Quinn with a little bit of real estate, and oh my God, you got no angle dangle, fella. Why doesn't he throw that on net? And Quinn reloads the gun like Chris Kyle, and Connor Timmins, little shimmy shake McGraw. And Gooley with a great block there as Rasmus Dahlin is going to track that puck by the Energizer Bunny sign. Folks, 1:05 remaining here in the first frame. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish on the call, as always, home by 3. Bringing you coverage you can't get anywhere else, including TNT.
Really good job by Buffalo to sustain pressure, especially in the last couple minutes of the game here, the period. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. You want to go into that locker room with some momentum. You're at home. You 100% need. This is a must-win game, because if you don't win, then you'll lose.
That is true. And best of 5, right? This is a 5-gamer. Now turns into a best of 3. So games 5, 6, 7, you got to win 2 out of 3. That's what it says in the yearbook, Jim, as there's a little bit of a dust up in front of the Montreal bench, as they won't show it because hockey is as violent as it is. Well, heated rivalry Twitter doesn't want that. We're getting a couple looks in on Jakob Dobes. How do you say his name? Dobes?
I think it's Dobish. It's one of those things that just don't make any sense. If it's Dobish, spell it Dobish. But they have that little accent, that little flair on there. But you pretty much just say whatever the fuck you want. 31 seconds remaining in the first period as we listen to Darren Pang, who's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yes, he is. And the little man full of gumption. The pride of Sneepawa, Ontario, that is. Played for the Ottawa 67s. Longtime color guy for the St. Louis Blues, and a good man that loves drinking Jameson and rolling in a 6-foot putt. Folks, we were night putting with the Dean's daughter. 6 seconds left. 5 here is Suzuki, who drives a Q5, sends it to the net, and Caulfield is streaking down the back post as Josh Doan gets it over his own offensive zone blue line, and that is the end of the first, folks. Thank you for tuning in. And again, it is 3-2 right now in favor of the Buffalo Sabres. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish, always on the call, bringing you coverage you can't get anywhere else. The Key Bump Arena alive and well. Chippewa Street buzzing. And a great stick there. A great stick by Matthias Samuelsson to break up that play on the back post. He's had a great season, a great playoff. And a kid that once signed for over $30 million without scoring a goal in the National Hockey League has really blossomed into a great, reliable defenseman. Bob, before we go to break, do you have anything else?
Folks, we're going to go to break. We're going to go smoke. Go like our latest YouTube video. We're actively being shadow banned because of what we said on it. So if you can head over to our last YouTube video, our last podcast, rather, and give that a like, we'd appreciate it. We will be back for the second period. Goodbye.
We're live.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
live.
No
Lacrosse
Asian
is
jokes.
gay. No,
Okay.
no Asian jokes. And they said stop. They said stop saying lacrosse is gay.
Lacrosse is so
It
gay.
is gay, though.
So lacrosse is one of the gayest things you could ever do.
Wait, we're not on the air. We're not on the air yet. We're not on the air.
Welcome in. I think we just got on. I might have wasted it, folks, but nonetheless, 1954 remaining here in the second frame. Bob Gucci, 93.1 on the call, bringing you non-stop coverage, play-by-play, color commentating of this game right now, right on the chin and the guts of the Rust Belt at the Key Bump Arena, featuring the Buffalo Sabres and the visiting Montreal Canadiens. Series tied up at 2. The game 3-2 right now, and that's going to be offsides as Josh Anderson almost lost a groin and donated it to the good people of Buffalo. If you do need, Josh, a place to get a full body release and a rub down, the New Room Massage, located just 2 blocks to the south of, well, the iconic Bell Center. Go get yourself a rub in time. That is porn, folks. We do have an official porn jersey that entered the Key Bump Arena tonight. Folks, that is baseball, and certainly that is heavy, heavy porn. 1924, Bob, as we are calling the game right now. And the game, well, that is a pivotal game 5 here in the Eastern Conference. Awaiting them is the Carolina Hurricanes, who play a rather gay, boring, and just non-entertaining style of hockey that somehow seems to work.
Welcome back to the game, folks. 19 remaining. This game is brought to you by fucking Honda CRV, Jersey Mike's. Once again, the bundle and save at Jersey and Mike's. A chip, a drink, a fountain drink, a sandwich, and Jersey Mike will personally sit bare ass on your motherfucking sub.
Get the fucking chat loaded up, you motherfuckers. I want to see 300, 400, 500, 6 million fucking people.
Subscribe to the fucking channel, man.
Subscribe, like. We're getting shadow tucked, shadow whacked by YouTube. Who gives a fuck? We were talking about evolution, reverse evolution the other day. Think any other podcast talks about reverse evolution? Humans to go into fish and then back into hockey? No, man, because this is baseball and this is fucking porn. Leading into this fucking game right now is HB fucking 3. And we're going to drop another F-bomb because, you know what? Fuck it. The algorithm just fucking hates us.
It's our fucking show.
Cole Caulfield sends it into the wickets of Ukko-Pekka Furta fucking Laininen, and he loves salmon soup, and he loves just mucking salmon and clam and box.
Trim and fucking tits.
Fucking loves a good 6 that lives in Allentown, just outside of downtown Buffalo. Bar time in Buffalo is 5 a.m. If you can't get laid before 5 a.m. and last call, we'll politely turn your fucking dick in. 1840 remaining here, folks, in the second fucking frame. As we're going to lean into this face-off, we're going to lean into the coverage of HB3 because this is the honesty you can't get anywhere else. Bob Gucci, Jay Swish, you're just syncing up right now, back with us. 1830 on the bone off the screws as Jordan Greenway goes butt to wrench on Caden Gooley. And
you got to get that puck right there. It goes right to the chin of the slot. This game is an absolute clusterfuck. It looks like a minor league hockey game with just everyone's drunk, high, and pissed off. A lot of giveaways.
Yep. Everyone just thinking they're too good for the league, and then all of a sudden you go out there and just lay a shit burger. Now, this series has been very clean. This series has been very fast. This series, honestly, has been a little bit, I would say, backed up, and now it's just full-blown diarrhea out here right now. I don't know what is going on in this game. I don't know if the ice at the Key Bump Arena is not great, but the first period was all sorts out of whack. We've had a really clusterfuck start to the second period. Bob, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if anyone had the anchor bar last night. They got the leaky guts. But this game is just fucking sloppy top.
Jordan Chinway just slashing Dobis twice in the hands after the whistle. That's the type of Buffalo hockey that we like to see. But yeah, I agree. And also, just a side note, HB3 made an appearance on the documentary about the guy at Gavin McKenna, and they put us on there. We were saying his stock is going up after knocking a frat kid out, while every other podcast they had featured on there said his stock was going down.
Right.
Just goes to show that HB3 knows exactly what we're talking about when it comes to hockey coverage, the best hockey coverage you could find. And also to that point, I don't remember what else I was going to say about that.
Oh, we didn't get paid for that. We don't get paid for promoting the PLL. We do have some sponsors that happen to pay us. Brought to you by Prize Picks, Vive Hydration. Not making any money over here, but we're doing our best. New merch drop on our end. If we want to get out of the red and into the green of this company, well, you can support the boys tomorrow. New merch will be dropped. Go check it out on our Instagram page. Home by 3 official. Got some good shit going out. Should we go out? I don't know.
Yeah, and our merch got taken over by a guy who cares a little bit more, unlike the last dipshit that was in charge of our merch.
Yep.
Over here at Each Bite. Listen, we're not going to spend any time slandering people or speaking negatively about people. This is a positivity show, but our last guy, he didn't give a fuck. So a lot of the merch got fucked up. They were changing settings on their website, and here's a hand pass. Don't fucking
Yeah, we have a new merch by. He doesn't care a ton, but he cares a little bit more.
He cares more.
He cares more. Shout out to our merch guy, and shout out to the clip guy that we said died. He actually commented on our last podcast that he didn't die. He likes the show, and he's still alive somewhere out of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
I saw that.
He said he had a flesh wound that took him out of action for a little bit. Was in a friendly fire outside of a taco stand in Brazil. But anyways, folks,
he definitely didn't like the show.
No, now
there was notes, and he was like chirping the show.
He hated it, but I guess now is a listener. So if you're listening, Enrique, no bad blood, no ill will,
just a bit.
Everything's a bit. Just even divorces, man. It's just just another chance at love. Anyways,
get married for the bit.
Yeah, just get married and have kids for the bit. 16-15 remaining. Here's Tage Thompson gets in alone on Dobes, and he almost shook his way to Niagara. My God, he almost ended up at Niagara Falls the way Thompson and Dobes were swimming. We're about to drop over the fucking river.
I really like the patience here. This is something I did in roller hockey, coming up, playing horrendous levels of hockey, and just great patience, but a good save. I think that was going to go wide anyway, but hey, it counts as a shot on net, and everything revolves around gambling, Swish. So if you have Tage Thompson's shot prop, congratulations.
Oh my God. Yeah, he was dancing, juking and jiving on the floor. And he found out, well, oh my God, I might need my passport by the time I get to Niagara over here. There is no room to go. License and registration, my friend. Only Jesus will save more than Jakob Dobes there. What's that thing outside of Buffalo called again? Old Faithful? The
Niagara Falls?
Yeah, Old Faithful, yes. Yellowstone Park, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Great spot if you haven't been. Anyways, Tage Thompson circling.
Great spot to dump a body.
Yes, great spot. They have that, the Maid of the Mist. You get on a roller coaster. And, it's a roller coaster on water, which is pretty crazy. Go check that out. They call it the Master Blaster, folks. Just like your wife squirting in the bedroom.
Shout out to banging your wife.
Was fingering her, and the next thing you know, she exploded. Speaking of exploded, this game exploded to start. 5 fucking goals early on, and now we are just absolutely shitburgering our way through this game as no one can make a pass. Nobody knows what's going on. Guys are getting behind defensemen, not finishing. This is Game 5 in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
This game is brought to you by the Norwegian Cruise Line. Have fun with you and your 4 kids and wife jammed into a room the size of a shoebox for only $2,999. You can spend time getting food poisoning and diarrhea on a cruise ship with 3,000 other strangers. Let's get back to the game. Good save here. Actually, did that go off the pipe?
I think he fought that off. A little chicken wing. For speaking of Buffalo, that was just off the chicken wing of Jakob Dobes. He's had 10 saves on 13 shots, and his first 3 or 4 went in as he settles into the Key Bump Arena, which is known for a bloody nose and bad dust. 15:04 remaining here, folks, in a pivotal Game 5 as we're going to draw into Ryan McLeod, who steps inside the dots, former Edmonton Oiler who got traded. And the other way went Matty Savoie, who's found a little bit of success there, playing alongside the guy that has roughly 160 points a year. That shouldn't be too hard to do, as the Edmonton Oilers fired their coach today, Bob. I saw it. It'll be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' 10th coach in 15 years at Edmonton. What is the definition of insanity? I think it is trying the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Like the guy that's been married 4 times, fella, maybe just quit on love.
I mean, what are they doing over there in Edmonton? I mean,
they're just
how many first overall picks and coaches do you need to get it done? And granted, they did go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Here's a turnover, and then Jordan Chinway has just been hitting all the buttons on the controller this game. But yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. Edmonton, they had 2 trips to the finals, and I mean, how hard it's going to be tough to get back. Let's be honest.
I mean, you bring in Stan Bowman, who guys that even played in Chicago when they won cups with him didn't like the guy. Not exactly surgical with the roster this year. I don't know what the fuck you do. Who are they going to hire? That's going to be the old boys club, the carousel. Who are you going to bring in? Pete Laviolette? You're going to bring in Butch Cassidy. You're going to bring someone in. You probably have one good year and then end up, in the same spot you were. And McDavid, who knows if he gets out of town or not. But yeah.
McSteven should go to Toronto.
Yeah, who cares,
and
right?
Then Matthews should go to Utah.
I want one of those guys just to go to the KHL. Just fucking spice it up. Like, I'm fucking sick of this shit.
The NHL's gay.
I want hookers and dust.
I'm going to play for Siska.
Yeah, that would be sick.
That would be sick.
That would be like, let's have like a live golf moment where, it's never going to last, but like, let's get some of the best players going to different leagues just to kind of like challenge Gary.
Yeah, this is an absolute fart show right now. I mean, Buffalo's humming. Montreal looks high.
Oh, dude, it's like this game is like a whoopee cushion right now. You just fill that fart bag up and you put it under someone's butt and it's like a fake fart. This is what that is right now. It's just a bunch of fake farting. Look at this fucking shit show.
Bring back whoopee cushions. Whatever happened to good old pranks?
Oh, that was
now,
classic.
All the kids these days, they're bone smashing and looks maxing and whatever happened to just fucking making it sound like a stranger farted.
Oh, dude, there was nothing better than getting someone with a whoopee cushion. You put it under there like a little padded seat and boom, fart, and everyone's got pink eye at the table, they think, and it's just a whoopee cushion. Fuck you, buddy.
Have you ever sat on a whoopee cushion, Swish?
Someone's got me, I think, once, but I was always so you used to be able to go to Cracker Barrel and buy a bunch of whoopee cushions. And then when your like grandpa would go to the bathroom, you put it under his seat before his French toast showed up, and then it'd be a fart. It'd be classic.
And look at grandma. Look at this. Look at grandma farting, this fucking stupid old bitch.
Yeah.
What a play by Joe Veleno. Just no angle, just dangle in his second career playoff game.
Joe Snow Veleno. Yeah.
Bring back the Cracker Barrel. We should do a live show from there.
We should. It should be a sponsor. You got no angle, dangle like Joe Snow Veleno. Number 90, 90, 90, 93, 1.
No relation to Thomas Tatar.
Yeah, he's played on a few teams. He was a former 30th overall pick by the Detroit Red Wings. Steve Eiserman says, I don't like you, Joe. Go somewhere else. And Joe ended up going somewhere else. Joe's been to a few different places.
Just like number 9, Josh Norris, formerly wore by Jack Eichel because the Buffalo Sabres wanted him to get a specific chin surgery. I don't know the whole story. And we're not going to sit here and make shit up because I don't really know what happened.
And Josh Anderson, who we compared to a TJ Maxx version of.
Every time. Tom
Wilson buried. I liked him when he wore 77, but he wears 17 now. And we have a rather rare face-off play goal. Coaches, they get so horny for face-off plays. And you draw them up the entire year. You never really score on them. But we're going to watch this here. Now, Lane Hudson is going to get that puck at the left point. It's a set play, him going down the wall. Folks, they call that D down the wall. Now, look at that sauce on this play. Little sweet baby raise into the guts of the ice, under a triangle, into a 5-hole of low and slow to no. And what a fortuitous, just area pass.
And we're going to have a little bit of delay here. I think we're going to bring in Dave Jackson, who is going to agree with everything the refs say. And the video coach who somehow didn't play any hockey anywhere, but has say. I always wondered that, Swish.
Yep.
Why is the video guy responsible for making the call when usually it's just some former club hockey player?
Yeah, well, number one, nobody else wants to be a video coach. So that's how they get those guys to do it for somewhere under, respectfully, $80,000 a year. And they got a bunch of monitors. They're just sitting back there cutting up video all day. So they get pretty good at watching hockey. And when you have a bunch of monitors and different angles,
that's porn.
It's just heavy porn, and they got the best eyes in terms of best angles to make that call. And they get on the headset and send it to the coach and say, you know what, I would challenge this. And the coach says, I'm going to kill you if I get it wrong. And you just trust your gut.
I really don't like this for the Sabres. I mean, they just can't keep any momentum here. You're on home ice. It has to be a dominant performance. This is not looking good.
This is just a weird.
Oh my God.
I mean, both teams, I would say this has been both their worst games of playoffs. Like they're all out of sorts. Nobody's competing. They can't make a pass on both sides. The defensive coverage has been as loose as I've seen in any game in the playoffs. I mean, this is horrible hockey.
I think they
hate
just
to say
don't
that.
care. I think they're kind of like us. It's the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's been going on for 2 months already. At this
Right.
point, they just want to go to Cancun. Like, and I don't fucking blame them.
Yeah.
I would never try in the playoffs. Who cares?
No, never. Especially in the American League playoffs, never try.
Who gives a shit?
Why? I'm going to make $6,000. I'm losing money to play hockey right now. Why?
I
So
want
can
my
get
summer.
Yeah, and if I even win a Calder Cup in the American Hockey League, like, first of all, this ring is worth $400. I played till June 1st. I just actually ended up paying to play, and it gets me nowhere in life. As Demidov with a drive to the net, and Jordan Greenway, who's
Look at the body language on
playing,
Demidov.
like, I mean, these guys, like, the puck is literally, this is like a preseason game right now. This is horrible. Like, I know we're supposed to sell and pump up the game, so it benefits our own views. I mean, everything in life goes back to just being self-centered. But I can't even fake it right now. This is horrible hockey, and these guys got to figure out their shit, because if they play like this against Carolina, they will get beat 9-1. They literally will beat them 9-1.
Carolina's going to sweep either of these teams.
This is some of the slowest playoff hockey I have seen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because they only got one game in between, one day off. I don't know if the air is thick in Buffalo right now. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's a cloudy day. I'm at a loss for words. We're at 9:43, folks. 90, 93-1. Everyone's huffing and puffing. Demidov smoked a ton of cigarettes yesterday. What the fuck is going on in this game? Wake the fuck up. That's what I would be saying if I'm both coaches. What is going on? Are you guys scared? Are you guys nervous to lose? You look like you don't even want to be out here right now.
You can't be nervous to lose. Who cares? They'll give out a new trophy next year. Love the game and it'll love you back, unless it's the NHL. That's what I love about the NHL. Been commenting on it for over 10 years, but people will just come on the show and not repost it because they don't want to be associated with me. I'm pretty much the fat chick of hockey. You'll bang her at the end of the night, but you're not going to tell your friends. Anyway, 9:38 remaining in the second period here. This game is brought to you by Body Armor, loaded up with sodium. They're not going to tell you, though, because it tastes good.
Yep.
Shots are 15-13.
Shout out to Body Armor. I know a guy there. I'm not going to name his name. His name is Josh. I've texted him 17 times, and he responded one time. I was only looking for love and a partnership, brother, as there's a 2-on-1 developing right now as Yuri Slavkovsky sends it over to Cole Caulfield, but it was almost a PLL lacrosse play, tried to bat it out of the air. Too much sauce from the boss there as Noah Dobson steps in, finds Nick Suzuki in the high slot, and a great try there from a rebound as Slavkovsky tried to find the wickets on Finnish fella Ukko Pekka Furta fucking lining in. Nick Suzuki gains the red line. He's going to send that puck in, and first on the puck there is Alex Newhook as he gets tangled up. That's Bolduc as Josh Norris wins a battle, but then turns it over to Kirby Doc. And Kirby Doc, who's not scared to get hurt and only play 30 games a year and make $3 million. I don't blame him.
Great play. And it takes a book out of Antti Ranta's playbook.
Yep. Antti Ranta famously would go in for one game and then get hurt afterwards. As long as he let in only 2 goals or less, he would immediately get hurt. Sometimes he would even get hurt in the parking lot trying to open his door on his Range Rover, and then would re-sign the next year and only play 14 games. Anyways, folks, this is not about suing guys. It's about telling the truth. We are, the biggest show in the world. There's 198,000 people in here tuning in. Chat, we will get to you now if you guys want to talk. What is up? What the fuck are you doing? What do you think of this game? Like, what's going on? Are you seeing the same game we are? Maybe it's our pigmentation's off on the TV, but this game is on fucking crack.
Every time I see Jackie Redmond chew, I remember Bob Gucci, Hall of Fame, fumbled on her. Just another deranged lunatic making shit up in the chat. No idea what the fuck you're talking about. Shut the fuck up. Ben Baller Diddy Chin. I'm cranking hog right now. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for tuning in while you're doing that. Chin Madness says, hi. Hello. Adam says, it looks like an NAHL game. Some of the most watered down hockey you will ever find is in the 75-team league NAHL, where a lot of it is just drug money getting cleaned out through the owners.
And what is actually going on in this game?
Someone says, my parents are getting divorced. What do I do? Absolutely nothing.
Pick one of them and cut out the other one off. Whoever's going to give you more money. Think about Christmas. Think about your birthday. Think about who you can bribe. And then put yourself in between the other and getting in a bidding war. So if your mom's going to give you more money, well, then use that leverage to go to your dad. And then just pay for love. And then go from there, man. I mean, the real winners of divorces, if you do it right, are the kids. Not one or the other. You know, the dad getting out of a miserable relationship, the wife just excruciating pain because she hates her husband. No, it's the kids. Find which one likes you more, divide your parents, and ultimately pick one just strictly for your own benefits. Life is about being selfish. Do that. That's my best advice from a guy that does not have divorced parents. Anyways, back to the game.
Always gaslight your divorced parents, no matter what.
Yep. 8:41 off the bone in this game as Kirby Dach is using a javelin on Matthias Samuelsson, and he ultimately loses that battle as Helenas carries the puck over the blue line and sends it over to Jason Zuckerberg, who doesn't mind a bagel with some smeared cream cheese. Not because he's Jewish. He just likes bagels,
He's
folks.
Jewish?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Shout out to Jason Zuckerberg. Stop Jewish hate. They are flooding advertisements into our TVs, our Instagrams. Apparently, a lot of people are not happy with the Jews, as there's an inside look at Jason Zucker.
Jew lives matter, like a July day. Has a ring to it, folks. Black Lives Matter too. Shout out to Floyder. 18:23 remaining, 16-14 in the shots right now, 3-3 in the game, as we are 8:23 from the third period. Lindy, I like it a little bit rough, going with a Johnny Cash look and a tie from 1972. Looks like he wore that to a disco, wiped the bloody nose, put it in his closet for 30 years, and said, you know what? I'm going to wear this for Game 5 because this game is going to be stinky.
Darren Pang on the call, 16. And then Demidov lined up with somebody else. I don't care. I think that's Michael Pekka. 8:23 remaining in the second here. There's a great drop by the ref. Really slamming that puck down.
Slamming that puck down. Slamming Sammy Sosa's Connor Timmins makes a bank pass off the boards. This finds Alex Tuck, and that was intercepted. And over the top of the puck was Philly Low and Slow to Know, playing alongside a red-hot Alex Juhook as Bo Byram is going to send that puck in, and Dobes had no idea where that was as Alex Tuck tried to play a little bit of a redirection back to the point, and Connor Timmins going to circle his own top of the circle, send it over to his partner Bo Byram, who Bo Byram is greeted by a streaking Jake Bob Evans, finds Will Carrier to the front.
Oh, what a save. UPL coming out to make that save, reading the play. A little bit too much, what's it called when you give away the play before you do it?
Yeah, he almost telegraphed too much. Telefer to Ivan Demidov, who is in conversation for Mr. 93, one of the playoff, but a great play in a predictable play. And Ukko-Pekka Laine cuts that off from Ivan Demidov, but a rather grade B chance from the Montreal Canadiens. That was connected like T-Mobile Wi-Fi, folks. That was 3G. This whole game has been arguably 1G. It's been one gay game, if I would say that myself. But
go into the chat on this episode of the chat making shit up. Swish, why the Minnesota hate? Come to a show, boys. I will bring smokes and a minimum of 6 friends. I don't know. Did you hate on the Wild?
No, I don't hate the Wild. I just think, if I'm picking one state or the other, Minnesota is in between two nail gun states, right? So you got North Dakota to the west, great state, and then the Chins to the east of Wisco, and then you have Minnesota, which is just, it's vanilla. It's
besides the Somalians, it's very vanilla.
Yeah, like it's, if we're talking like an Oreo, we got black on both sides. Black is power, black is strong, and then you got the vanilla in the middle, and that's Minnesota. I lived in Minnesota for 5 summers. I think Minnesota people are fine. They're very entitled for no reason. They have big egos for no reason. Why do you think you're so cool? We're literally from the Midwest, dude. Like
they think like that?
Oh yeah, like people from Edina and all these places. They put themselves on such a pedestal, and they're very arrogant. I love people that live, off of Highway 2 up in the Iron Range and Duluth and those areas. But yeah. People from the Twin Cities are some of the most entitled pricks you could ever meet. And I say that with all due respect.
I thought they were supposed to be nice people.
No. Minnesota nice? No, Minnesota gay.
Yep. Minnesota, we will be there.
But we'll
for
be
a
there.
show eventually.
And
It'll
buy
be
tickets to
great.
the show, yeah, and I'll change my view. But I lived there for 5 summers, man. And there's some good areas of the Twin Cities, but there's some also areas, like I said, I don't know why they are so entitled, especially people from Edina. Some of these places, they think they're really cool, which they're not. They're some of the biggest losers I've ever met.
That's most people these days, especially guys that play in the PLL, but we're not
Yep.
going to trash that league. We're not going to spend any
No.
time on that. 7:42 remaining in this game, folks. This is broadcasting you cannot find anywhere else. This game is brought to you by Great Clips. Go in there, get your shit fucked up by somebody that doesn't have their papers. Lane Hudson over to Josh Anderson, over to Thomas Buchanan.
My God, was
Didn't miss by much.
Uka Pekalainen, he was swimming like David Goggins at day 4 of Bud's camp there. Holy fact, fella. Get your shit under control. Josh Anderson sends a puck and it is blocked off. And Jack Quinn has no piece of lumber as Noah Dobson, who makes $9 million a year. And you notice him once every 4th game, sends it over to Sammy Bolduc. Bolduc, like UPS, what can Brown, Bolduc, Texier do for you? That was actually Alex Texier, who these guys both look kind of the same. One wears number 76, one wears 85. They're both left-handed. They both don't have much tape on their blade. And you know what? I'm out of comparisons there. They're both French, too.
Ooh.
7:12 remaining here, folks. Tied up at 2s.
Shout out to French women.
Tied up at 2s in the series. Tied up at 3 in the game. And I would love to get to one of these cities for the Eastern Conference Final. We're going to have a penalty here, and it's going to be an interference play, I believe. Montreal is going to go to the sin bin, and that might be Yuri Slavkovsky setting an ill-advised pick.
Getting his stick up.
Yes, as Chris Rooney, number 5, is going to make the call.
Shout out to Chris Rooney's kid, who we met at the Olympics.
Yep.
2 minutes for high sticking. We're going to take a look at what happened here. Slavkovsky getting his stick up and just taking a dumb penalty. I feel like he takes a lot of bonehead penalties.
Yeah, I thought it was a pick off initially. Oh yeah, that's dumb.
I mean, it is a high stick, but that's an absolute dive.
That is an absolute muff dive by Josh Doan. Now, it is a bonehead play by Slavkovsky. I don't know why his stick is up that high, to be honest, but I don't like when it hits your visor like that and it doesn't even hit your flesh. Is that really a penalty?
That should be an embellishment.
Maybe that should be like a 1-minute penalty.
Yeah.
You know? They should start doing that, like halfers, you know, like it's a half a penalty.
I don't even like that blood rule. I think that's so fucking stupid.
Depends. If it's a vicious, Brian Burke actually had a funny line about that. He's like, if they're going to call 4 minutes, there should be a tablespoonful of blood. I kind of like these, like, got really graphic with these. Like, it better be like a tablespoonful of blood at least.
Well, yeah, I think if it's a vicious high stick,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely. But it shouldn't just go off how much you bleed. Some guys bleed more than others.
Right. Yeah, nobody makes me bleed my own blood. That White Goodman said that, folks. 1:22 remaining here.
40 seconds went by already?
Yeah, I guess. That was a quick 40 seconds. That was a long blood segment. This is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. If you want to donate blood and you don't have HIV, go over and donate a quart of blood. You stand up, you pass out. They give you a rubber band around your arm. You feel like a drug addict. And you walk out and you feel like a better person. You don't at all, but at least you did your part.
You can get paid for it, too, I believe, in some states. And you can get paid to donate your hair now.
Yes, you can. Shout out to the wig stores all over the place are now doing real hair. I didn't know that was back. Tage Thompson with the puck at the point, surveys his option, sends it down to Jack Quinn. He said, oh, my God, that was a great play by Benson, folks. I don't know if you saw him sitting on the back door there like Zach Hyman, where he was just a target on the back door. He had his shin pads stacked together, had his body pressed up against that post. And another try by Josh
shooting
Doan.
for skates. I mean, it's a bold strategy. Put your skates in a V position. Have the guy shoot for your skates.
Absolutely.
They don't ask how. They ask how many or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I mean, I like that play. I mean, Benson, again, making himself a target on the back door there. No diddy. And, you know, ultimately trying to get something redirected. I would say, young fella, don't be scared to use your stick, too. A lot of times you will get wood on that. Speaking of wood, Tiger Woods, freshly out of rehab. Nice PR stunt in Zurich, Switzerland. They have one of the best brothels in the world there. It's called the Globe. I'm sure he spent a good amount of time there during his fake rehab stunt. 4:50 remaining here, folks, as Peyton Krebs loses the puck.
Nothing like
going
going to the richest place in the world for rehab. I mean, fuck, send me over there.
No shit. $200 for a burger and fries for lunch. Keep the change. And $440 remaining here in the second frame as we get a little bit of a dust up between Peyton Krebs and Noah Dobbs. And speaking of Dobes and Dobbs and Dobishes.
And dust.
Oh, dude. Just between the wickets, I would say, young fella, like I said, Zach Benson, don't be scared to use your stick there on the back door, but it just snuck through his Vapor Elite skates, size 6, I believe. He just hit the quota for a senior size skate. He was using youth skates last year, folks. He made his way to the adult section. That is porn.
This episode is brought to you by HomeBuy3.shop. If you want to support the boys, the largest independent show in the world, head over to HomeBuy3.shop, especially tomorrow. If our merch guy ever answers some questions that we have, we will be dropping new merch tomorrow, handcrafted by a bunch of Taiwanese kids that are getting paid so far below minimum wage, but they don't know it, so it's okay. I actually was shipping out those shoes for the winter of my signed Air Ferta ones.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, shout out to Mike Coyle, who has emailed, commented, and DM'd us over 70 times asking where his giveaway is. Well, Mike, it's in the fucking mail. But anyway, at FedEx, they asked me, they go, what is the origin of these shoes? And I said, I don't know, America? And he looked on the box, and it was China. And I said, oh, yeah, that's right. I forget we go overseas for cheap labor from 8-year-olds.
When in doubt, well, find kids that will work for cheaper. That's what Epstein said, I guess. I'm not a believer in it. I am a believer in American-made products. But, yeah, thank you, Mike, for your persistence. Your signed shoes from Bob Gucci, the drive-by ones, are on the way. And you are welcome, my friend. Sometimes, you know what? At HP3, we are not here. So, like a good neighbor, Bob Gucci is here. Folks, we are going to go back to the game as we're looking at Stefan Robidas, who was famously put on Robidas Island. Who got that?
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Someone has a Green Bay Gambler Swiss jersey.
Clark Cup champion, mind you.
How do they have this?
They must have bought it off of eBay. 2012 Green Bay Gamblers jersey.
That is sick.
42 points in 55 games. The year before, 44 and 53. Led the USHL both years in points as a defenseman. Anyways, 4:20 remaining, folks, here in the second frame as Yuri Slafkovsky, another terrible play by the Montreal Canadiens out of their own end. They just look disconnected. This game, man, I don't, like I said, I don't know if they overthought it. I think it's a lack of playoff experience. I feel bad for Tampa Bay, the Lightning. I think if they get through that first round with Montreal, they probably beat Carolina and they're playing for another cup. But that's a story for another day. And the hockey gods sometimes aren't on your side. Sometimes God isn't real, and sometimes God is a woman, dude. It's Ivan Demidov with an absolute shake and bake. And they just called that a goal on the ice. My God, Ivan Demidov must know 93.1 is watching, because this was an absolute inside-out Ricky Bobby shake and bake. Watch this play by Demidov right now as he's playing for number 93.1 of the playoffs. He makes the entire play, flies down the wall, shimmy shake McGraw on the Norris Trophy defenseman. Okay, he's going to come over. Actually, it's Samuelson. That little play. The little play. Watch him turn his toe caps.
That was nasty.
Boom. Keeps him on the rails. Hey, how are you? Juke, jive, dive, bang. Evans cleans it up. And I don't know who pushed that in. I don't know if it was Evans or I don't know if
Oh, my God. Who is pregnant in Montreal drinking like that?
Who is eating poutine and who is on peptides and on Percocets?
I love the shot of the crowd, how many empty seats are in Buffalo right now, because everybody flooded out to the concourse to get their hands on a nice cold Labatt Blue. Everyone's shit-faced. I mean, I said it before. It didn't look good for Buffalo the entire time. I mean, I don't like the vibes of the team.
I mean, they just I've never seen two teams look this tired in a playoff game. I really haven't. It's mentally they're fatigued, but physically too. Like usually if you don't have it a little mentally, you can kind of get into it physically where you just dump it in and go grind and it's still boring, but at least they're playing hard. These two teams, this is the most fatigued I've seen two teams in playoffs in like 10 years at least.
I mean, isn't it crazy that Montreal, like, let's face it, Tampa, the fact that they got by Tampa by the skin of their chin, and now they're here.
Dude, they got out. They had 8 shots in that game.
Yeah.
Tampa outshot them 35-8.
I mean, I like it because it's better
Yeah.
chance we get to go to Montreal.
Right.
Even though going to the Tampa would have been cool, but I really want to go to Montreal or Buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at a loss for words how pathetic this game is right now.
That is coverage you cannot find anywhere else, folks.
If I was on TNT, I would be saying that exact same thing. And I think people would appreciate that.
Yeah.
But this is some of the worst preparation I have seen for a playoff. This is like 2 teams that just went out and just put their shit on. They're like, I don't even care. I just like, I'll see what happens. Like,
Who cares?
Like, and usually if you have one bad period in playoffs, there's at least one team figures it out. You know what I mean? Like one team might be shit the whole game, but one of the 2 is going to figure it out. Both these teams have not figured it out. That was just an individual one-off play by Demidov, who made a great play on that goal, and it somehow slipped by Eka-Pekka-Lainen. But the compete is oh my god, this game's over. Season for Buffalo. I'm saying it right now. I'm calling it season.
Buffalo does not care.
I'm calling it right now, and I'm wearing a fucking Bills thing. Season.
I mean, Eka-Pekka Ferdinand is just getting hung out to dry. He should have had a couple of those. But if you're at Buffalo right now, you need to call a timeout. The trainer needs to slip everybody some Cialis. You got to do something, or this one's going to be over. If you don't pop drugs, this one's done.
Yeah, that's a famous Scotty Upshaw move. You pop Cialis during the game.
Yep.
Because you want to be hard during the third and after the game, more importantly. But let's take a look at this goal right here. All right, so lost faceoff, goes down the wall. Slavkovsky corrals the puck. A little bit of a move on Owen Power. Owen Power loses the battle.
Yep.
Middle slip to Suzuki. And I'm going to say this can't go in.
Yeah, that can't go in.
But it just can't.
You got to have your paddle down, man. Where's your fucking paddle?
It can't sneak. You got to beat me on the corners. If that's what playoff hockey, you cannot get beat on the ice like that, especially at the dot. I don't care if there's a little bit of a screen. You got to be down on that play. So that's a tough one for Buffalo. But it all starts with Owen Power getting all muscled on the wall. Slavkovsky loses the puck. Shocker. No one can handle the puck tonight. And actually, it's a broken play that Suzuki somehow finds the 4x6. But
and that replay is brought to you by Mass Mutual. Always take out a loan you can't afford. I got to say something, Swish. I love the people of Buffalo, but you got to stay in your seat until the end of the period. Yeah. I mean, half the arena is empty. They're not buzzing. You got to give the players some energy before, then go get your beer. Is the line going to be longer? Yes. So, there's no one in the fucking stands right now.
So I want to ask this because I was offline before this game for the last 2 hours, which is a rarity for me, but I've been trying this thing where you actually get off your phone for a little bit.
It's actually awesome.
It's awesome. I had a great day yesterday. Did the same thing. It was awesome. But in this field of work, you have to be on your phone. So what I'm saying is, was there any sort of pregame? I checked it just quickly, but there was no sort of pregame like things I've seen in Buffalo before, where they're like killing the dummy out front, the Blade gang. Like what? It didn't seem like the same energy going into this game that I have usually seen on social media to this point in Buffalo. I'm actually putting this game on right now because I love the good people of Buffalo. I'm putting this game on them.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. There might have been people out there, but I feel like it was all over my feed every home game. And I don't know if I saw that.
I think the Blade gang ran out of money, and
Damn.
I don't think they even had the funds.
But what about the guys like stabbing the fucking mannequin before the game? I didn't see any of that.
Is Buffalo losing their fastball?
I think Buffalo thought they could take a Thursday night off. I really did. Okay. I think they thought, an earlier start on a Thursday. I think now they got almost too cocky with playoff hockey that it's been around for a couple weeks in Buffalo. Now they're just like they're too good for it. They waited 13 years, and I'm going to put a little bit on the onus on Buffalo right now. And I need people in the chat, if you are in Buffalo, to prove me wrong or say, "Hey, Swish, you're a dipshit. You just didn't see the coverage before the game." But to me, that a guy that hasn't looked at social media before the game today, it looked like I don't know. It just felt like it wasn't the same. And it's showing on the ice.
Yeah,
that's showing. The other two.
I mean, it's showing in the crowd. It doesn't. We do have the volume on quiet, but it doesn't feel as loud in there. And hey, maybe
it said a lot of people sold their tickets to Montreal fans. That's what they're saying.
Did you see how many Montreal sweaters are in the lower bowl?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Is the economy terrible in Buffalo? Yes. Is it hard to make over $65K a year in Buffalo? 100%. But listen. This has been a 15-year drought in the postseason, right? I mean, who knows? They might go back into hibernation, not see the playoffs again for another 15.
I think everyone in Buffalo ran out of money.
Yeah, I agree.
I think everyone in Buffalo, and respectfully, I think they spent all their money, and nobody has any money right now. So I think the only thing that's going to fix it is an HB3 appearance in Buffalo.
Yes.
But I don't even know if we're going to get there because right now we're down 5-3, and Game 6 is going to be in Montreal. I think the entire city of Buffalo ran out of money.
Yeah, and money makes the world go round, and it's more important than relationships, love. Dr. Rhett says, Dr. Jet, I love this show for how authentic it is. It literally just says what every normal person is thinking and doesn't hold back. Well,
Correct.
That's part of the reason why we're shadow banned. It's part of the reason why we struggle getting sponsorships. But the good news is we're never going to stop. So eventually we will be on the TV. We will be saying slurs, and we will be calling the PLL retarded. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Thank you for tuning in to the most authentic show in the world. I actually will stand on this, and I wholeheartedly believe we are the most authentic media program to ever exist, maybe besides Nick Fuentes, because that guy really doesn't care.
Yep. John Liu, TSN, Vancouver.
All right, guys, we're going to be back for the third period. Yeah, it's a shame. Buffalo ran out of money. They ran out of dust. Swish is literally in a full jumpsuit, sweating his ass off for the sake of the people. And just Buffalo, there's just no answer. We'll be back for the third period from HB3. We'll see you in 20.
'93.
Folks, we are back for the third period. We are back to the shit show of a hockey game for the third period, folks. It looks like Alex Lyons has replaced you, but Fecker Berdaya again.
Shout out to all the Lions, even the little lion. Folks, welcome back to the game right now. 19:18 remaining in the third period. Hopefully, you get a little bit of a better response from the home team, the Buffalo Sabres, as Slavkovsky found the iron on the Lion, and Zach Benson's going to send that in on Jakob Dobes. Folks, if you're just tuning in, 19:02 remaining as the Buffalo Sabres and Lindy, I like it a little bit rough, have made a change to maybe, spark his team as Slavkovsky rang the short side iron. He had a cocked Lane Hudson on the other side of Matthias Samuelsson on that 2-on-1.
Ringing the post, ringing the doorbell. Your Papa John's is here. Better pizza, better ingredients. The N-word, Papa John's.
Papa Ferta John's, folks. I'm only racist when it's convenient to be. Speaking of convenient, it's convenient for the Buffalo Sabres fans to fucking wake up right now and maybe help energize their team as they are down 2 goals. The worst lead in hockey is 2, sometimes 3, as Alex Texier bitches out on a puck, and Bo Byram is able to snag that and send it out of the zone as Mike Mathachin elects not to dump it in and regroup and play a possession game. I never understood why guys just are quick to dump it in when, fella, the puck is your friend. Let's hold on to it.
Well, a lot of times, Swiss, coaches want you to get the puck deep because they're scared to lose their jobs. They want you to make the safe play. Yep. They don't want to trust you because at the end of the day, it's all about them and their well-being.
Exactly. Shout out to Mike Yo. I need you to do more. Well, Mike, I played 6 minutes tonight. I don't know what you want. Anyways, folks, again, Buffalo Sabres, hopefully you can wake up. A lot of red in the building at the Key Bump Arena, and that is not blood. That is Montreal Canadian fans infiltrating the good people at the Key Bump Arena. As Jordan Greenway, that was offside. Number 53, I don't know who this fucking linesman is. He's missed 7 or 8 calls tonight. Even Dave Jackson would maybe agree with me. This guy has been dog shit on the lines. Whoever number 53 is, it's not Mike Carcone. It is someone that might be drunk, that is working a National Hockey League playoff game. 18:10 remaining, folks. Again, home by 3. Back on the airwaves tomorrow. The hardest working show about a show in the world. It is a call-in show that we will get going at 9:30 local standard, 12:30 Eastern time. That is Cleveland, Ohio. That is Snowboken. That is anywhere in Bangor, Maine.
Folks, make sure you like the stream, please, when you tune in. And guess what? You're going to get 30 seconds uninterrupted to basically say whatever you want on our show. And keep in mind, we will not edit it out. So if you have a real job, that's something that you're going to have to be willing to jeopardize.
Yes, you will, and that should be a penalty. And is there a late call there? I don't think that was number 5, Chris Rooney, but that was another official going to make that call there. As a bright spot of this game, which there's not many of them, but if you're looking at the CAT scan of this game and the overall last 40-odd minutes of play, well, Ivan Demonov has been good. His legs are going. The Russian is on a steady dose of peptides as Rasmus Dahlin is going to go back to the box where he spent a lot of time over the last 2 games, and another shimmy shake by Demidov.
And now look at the way that the player goes directly into Lyon, and no one really cares. Now, was he cross-checked in? Yeah, absolutely. Nothing he could do, but no scrum. No one really gives a shit. Just overall, just these guys are tired of hockey, just like me.
They hate the game, and Alex Lyon, nothing like selling a concussion when you didn't get hit in the head. That is a Yale scholar, always thinking 2 steps ahead of the play. He was unable to draw the incidental contact there as Yuri Slavkovsky is going to step inside the dot and challenge his chin against Jordan Greenway, who might have taken an Advil PM before this game because he hasn't woken up, and I would say 18 of the 20-odd players on the Buffalo Sabres are still sleeping. Someone get them a bump inside of the bump as Lane Hudson, number 48, sends that back to Goal Caulfield, and he exchanges with Selke finalist Nick Suzuki, and they drive that puck in below the dots, and they're going to get set up here on the 5-on-4 advantage. Montreal, a great power play all year and we'll see what they can do on the peeper, as this would probably send Buffalo into a coma if they get up 3 here, folks. So Bob Gucci, Jay Swish on the call. If you're just tuning in, 17-10 remaining here, and we will see what they can do.
Ooh,
oh, my
little
God.
Seeing eye shot. I don't even know what that means, but other announcers say it, so I'm going to say it.
Yep, and Demidov surveys his options and gives it back to Lane Hudson, who's had another good game playing on his toes, as Demidov tries to find a stick in front, and he's going to possess the puck at the top of the key and send it over to Nick Suzuki, who makes a shimmy shake on Samuelson and isn't able to connect to Cole Caulfield. And Hudson, Bob, at the top of the key, boring us to death. And
this is just a lifeless game. I mean, listen, there's going to be a lot of angry DUIs in Buffalo tonight. There's a giveaway over to Demidov. He shoots and he fucking snipes it up top where Grandma hides the black dildo from Grandpa. And this is just an absolute mess. I mean, Buffalo is going to be pissed off tonight. There's nothing you could do about it. I mean, what are you going to, I mean, look at the way they sold all their tickets to Montreal fans.
Yeah, and they weren't doing anything pregame. This is one of those games where it turns into a dark Thursday night. We're not talking about black people, folks. We're talking about when you go from the barley wheat sodas of the Labatt Blues and you turn to the whiskey and you wonder why there's going to be a soar in upspike in domestic violences tonight. Well, it's because of the Buffalo Sabres and what they weren't able to do on the ice at a pivotal Game 5. And I would even say Montreal's played good because they haven't. They've looked fucking terrible, and they're still up a field goal on their counterpart in the Buffalo Sabres.
I mean, Buffalo just looks like a hot mess right now, and oh my God.
They look like a trailer trash broad coming back from a dance they shouldn't have been at, folks.
This game is brought to you by Pepsi. Hockey fans deserve Pepsi. Whether you like Pepsi, whether you like Coke, you're going to get cancer anyway. Thank you, Pepsi, for sponsoring the show.
Yep, and if you like Coca-Cola, well, Lil Wayne once said if he was the president, he would restore Coke back into Coca-Cola. We're talking about cocaine, folks. That is hockey. This is porn. And for a start that the Buffalo Sabres seemed to be on the screws with, going up 1 just 2 minutes into the game, well, the wheels have completely fallen off. Our Buffalo heads have been skinned. And I don't know how you answer and even go back to Montreal. I would forfeit the entire series.
Yep.
I would sell all of your jerseys and your merchandise because this looks like Buffalo Sabres hockey of the last decade in a nutshell of one game. I'm at a loss for words. Usually I'm not a negative guy, but to see this effort in a game that you should be the most excited to ever play hockey if you're one of these young players on Buffalo, maybe the spotlight was too big. Maybe the sex was too good last night. Maybe you got in a fight with, I don't know, your agent or
your dick.
Or you beat the shit out of your dick too hard. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Do you think that these guys just ran out of gas from playing this much hockey and they're kind of used to wrapping it up in mid-May and having a summer and they're hitting a wall? Like, what could be an explanation for what's going on here?
I don't know. I mean, usually you don't run out of gas until I would say maybe the third round in the National Hockey League. Like I get the jungle, like, you know, you're just sick of it. But to come out on home ice with realistically 2 of the next 3 on your home turf, and you think, okay, maybe we get Game 5. Like if you get Game 5, it's 1 of the next 2.
Mm-hmm.
And worst case, you come back home for 7. I don't know. It almost looks like they just overthought it. Like they talked themselves out of being a contender and all in one game. I don't know how else to explain. I mean, they haven't looked great in this series. Like I always thought, just since the start of it, Montreal has been the better team. I think Buffalo got lucky with their last game and their last win, but yeah, this game, to have effort be an issue at this time of year is you're going to lose next game. Like,
I mean, look at that. I mean,
they're like swimming all over the place.
It's never a good sign either where you're juggling goalies back and forth this
No.
much. It's like that's kind of like you're not waving the white flag, but you are showing a little bit of desperation. Like we don't even know what the fuck else to do.
It's like having a side piece and you have 3 kids at home. It's like, dude, how much work do you have to put in to cheat? At this point, like
Sometimes
these kids don't even know who their mom is. This team, they don't know who their goalie is.
They don't know who their moms are.
No, I just think And like I said, Montreal has played terrible. So has Buffalo. But if these teams go and play Carolina,
just don't go.
I would say they don't even win a period, let alone a game.
No, Carolina is going to end up, unfortunately, in the cup.
Yep.
And
which sucks.
They're gonna. It's horrible.
It's horrible
terrible
for the league.
It's terrible.
Esker will be back because Carolina's in the cup.
No one cares.
No.
And listen, Rod Brindamore, to his credit, he has them playing a disciplined style of hockey that wins hockey games. But unfortunately for the fans, it sucks. And it makes you want to go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, Thursday night in Buffalo in the spring, you finally, have a sliver of hope of playoff hockey. You finally see the sun after 9 months of just getting drunk, seeing the slush, the overcast skies. And your team does this. I don't want to give up on them yet because I love Buffalo, but I would say the coffin is almost closed. Like the guy's dead, and you're just deciding, do we want to do an open casket in Montreal, or do we just want to cremate him? Because that's where they're at right now. Now I don't know if you can come back from this effort, dude. Like, they're not even skating.
Now, do you think that Buffalo should consider just forfeiting the next game to save money?
I would say I would, if I'm Lindy Ruff, I would ask her guys, if that's how you're gonna show up, let's not even go.
Let's not go. We'll save the team whatever it costs for the hotel.
Of course,
we'll get refunds.
Yeah,
we'll save on fuel for the plane, even though with free energy, I don't even know if planes actually use fuel. It's a different topic. But
we'll send the Black Aces and we'll send the Rochester Americans, and
that's actually not a bad idea.
And they'll go play, and they would have actually a better chance of competing.
You might have to tweet that
because the compete level is embarrassing. This looks like NBA to me. This is like NBA. Like, you just don't even show up to a playoff game.
Show up high, show up drunk.
Yeah, who cares? We're making $40 million. It's just, I've never seen a team come this unglued this late in the playoffs. Like, we're in game 5 of the second round.
And it's weird because you got this far, and you know that Montreal, like, it's not like Montreal breezed by Tampa Bay.
No.
Like, some would argue that Montreal shouldn't even be here right now.
No, they shouldn't.
So it's like you have an evenly matched up series. You're not looking at that tall of a mountain. It's like, take advantage of who you're playing right now. Like, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just if you don't even compete and you don't even hit, you don't even play hard, you don't forecheck hard. Like, I get mistakes are going to happen. That's fucking porn, dude. Shit happens in a threesome.
Yeah, mistakes happen in porn all the time. People get syphilis. People get pregnant.
Yeah, and you accidentally fall in love. Fuck around and find out. In baseball, shit goes between your legs. Look at Bill Buckner. But to not come out and just not even try, just put your shit on, like, it's fucking embarrassing.
Look at Bill Buckner.
No one has thrown a hit on Buffalo. Not one hit.
It's just sad that you geared up in this snowsuit. We're in Arizona. It's 100 degrees. You're sweating your ass off for the sake of this team. I mean, you have a goddamn
hard hat on. I thought they're going to play hard tonight.
You showed up more ready to play than this Sabres team. And I think that's a testament to their effort right now. It's just embarrassing. And again, I'll say it. I said it at the beginning of this illustrious broadcast. I feel for the people. I don't give a fuck who wins this game, but I do want to see the good people of Buffalo be able to celebrate something.
Absolutely. I mean, I showed up. I thought we were going to put our hard hat on. I thought Chinway was going to be hit. I thought Dahlin was going to come out flying. I thought Chuck would be blowing guys up. I thought this Benson guy would be getting in there like this games previously. And we have seen none of it. We haven't even seen a fight or a pushback. Right now, you're down 6-3. Run someone through the fucking glass. Run the goalie.
Kill someone.
If you have to kill somebody, just kill one of the ice boys. I don't give a shit. But you have no pushback. Right now, it's like, you're just on the ropes, just getting your fucking ass worked. So anyways, that's enough negative rant on Buffalo. We'll try to make this more positive, but we do have to call a spade and be honest for the people.
Yeah.
Because that's why they listen to this. And fuck off, Buffalo. You're playing like a bunch of pussies right now. 12-16 left in this game. Somehow the shots are 26-22. Shots don't matter. Shots only matter at the bar. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. Montreal, I mean, dude, think about this. Like, I bet nobody even broke a sweat this game. They're like, fuck, that was pretty easy. Like, no one got hit. No one's going to have an ice bag on after this game. No one's even really blocked a shot.
If I'm Montreal, I'm going out.
Oh, the TNT announcers are finally agreeing with what we're saying. We've been saying this for the fucking 40 minutes of this game. No shit, get something going. Yeah. Fuck me.
TNT probably tuned into this and took our shit.
for sure. Keep going at it. Well, yeah.
Darren Banks.
No shit.
Keep going at it. Keep playing. There's no time on the clock. I mean, you have to, unless you look at the body language.
It's just
everywhere.
slow. It's slow.
Look at how slow Darlene got off the ice.
It's slow hockey. It's felt like a preseason game since the 10-minute marker on the slop, and then how demoralized Buffalo. Did all these guys get dumped?
I don't know.
Do we have a situation
with their relationships?
Do we have who's the goalie on Linus Omark? Do we have a Linus Omark situation here?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone got caught cheating.
I mean, the whole team can't take a mental health leave.
No.
What are we going to do? Maybe the whole team should just take a mental health leave for the next game and ask Gary Bettman to push the game back. Our feelings are hurt. We didn't like our game 5, so we need a mental health leave.
Yep. That wouldn't be a bad idea. And then they're just getting demoralized in front of the cage here as Tuck and Kirby Jackeye goes full heated rivalry. And look, this series started as the second most heated rivalry
It was fucked.
this year. And you look at it was insane. The scrums, the hits, the physicality, and it was a heated rivalry that for the first time in a long time didn't include butt sex in this league. And now it looks like a totally different series.
I mean, they look gassed. Like they're not even battling.
They might be hurt. I don't know. You see Philly's injuries. I mean, that's how everyone's hurt.
But at least Philly, you knew they were. Philly got fed to the fucking wolves with Carolina, but at least they had some heart and they showed up. They took one game or a couple games overtime. Some of them were close. You knew they weren't going to win. They were like a young team that somehow snuck into the playoffs, got red hot, but at least they showed a chin
for sure.
These guys, chin in the wind. They're saying just fucking kill me. Just take us out of our misery. I bet they've already got their, they're probably got their Barbados trip already booked. What is going on here in Buffalo?
Yeah,
Anyone boots on the ground in the chat right now? Are you in Buffalo? Are you at Bada Bing? Are you at Mother's? Are you at a bar watching this shit? Because it just doesn't feel good. And we're at the 10:38 marker. It's one of those games, man, where you just say, hey, why don't you just run the timeout?
Yeah, run the clock, men's league style. Who cares?
See, that they have a chance there, but they still have 3 guys on the outside of the Montreal guys. So they're not even competing to get to the middle of the ice. And we got 10-17 left as Darlene had a sneaky shot there. We got a little bit of pressure, but
it was Benson's birthday this week. I wonder if they all went out for that and had a little bit too many Mai Tais at PF Chang's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Benihana.
I don't want to be a negative. I'm always a positive guy that's really chill, but this is I'm disappointed right now.
All right, that was the first head of steam we've seen since the first period with roughly 8 minutes in. That's what you got to do. Montreal's going to sit back. They're going to play a trap. Every team plays a trap these days. I don't know why. It's gay, but they do. But there was speed there. They generated a little bit. McLeod came in, got on his high horse, kicked it down, kicked it out. Jack Quinn of the toe-in suck. And they got a chance. But, it's been slow all night. And I don't know. Let's get to the chat.
It's been slow, chat. You got anything for us? If you can't chat, it's because you're not subscribed. We are in subscribers mode only. Thank you for 9,000 subscribers. We just hit that milestone, I believe, today. So we are at 900,000 subscribers. There's 210,000 people in here. Let's see right here. You guys got anything for us here?
I just dropped a comment.
We got a comment coming in live from this is the hardest. Folks, this is not the hardest working show in the world. We have the host of the show commenting on the show from a different account.
Yeah.
And he said, and coming in live in 2024.
That is porn. Porn is sex, folks.
Anytime for a land acknowledgement. Yeah, you know what? Native American people got the casinos. How much do you really want from us? We're not the one that stole the fucking land. So you know what? I'm tired as a white guy hearing about this bullshit about how we stole the land. I didn't steal anything. My ancestors, my family, they're all fucking retarded. They're not even smart enough to steal land. So stop blaming me for that shit. The Seminoles, you guys run the casinos. What else do you want from me? For fuck's sake. I don't know what this means. What do you think when your best line is your worst defensive line at Montreal? By the way, go Habs.
What do you think when your best line is your worst defense?
No, I see what he's saying.
Oh, so he's saying those guys aren't. Well, so you're saying your best line is Slavkovsky, Suzuki, and Caulfield, and they're your worst defensive line? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just laughing. Just shoes on the couch.
Oh yeah, is that what he's saying though? Well, first of all, buddy, I don't know who you are, but you have a Selke finalist on that line. All right, and then you have a 50 goal scorer. So most of the time, the guys that score goals, they have the puck more often than not. And then you have Slafkovsky, who's not bad defensively. So I don't know. Yeah, they're not filled to know, but they also have a 50 goal scorer, a Selke guy, and a pretty good power forward. So yeah, dude.
Are there any chicks in the chat or chicks on the way?
Folks, it is ladies' night.
Ladies, if you're in the chat, please make some noise for us, ladies. Any single ladies in the chat, please let it be known. We'd love to throw you up on the screen.
Love to throw you a bone. 9:30 left here as Gooley is pumpernickel to shot on net. And
check in the chat alert. Hell Marie coming in live.
that would be cool.
Folks, we're going to all zoom in on this profile picture together.
It would be
Like
cool.
a
It's chicks.
Italian lady from fucking are those duck making
Sicily.
the duck face. Maybe New Jersey, maybe Canadian. I don't know who that is. I don't know. That's my
Donald
guess.
Duckface. Yeah, hey, chicks are here. Everyone be cool,
Everyone
dude.
be chill. We have an old chick in the chat.
As,
Her words, not mine.
things have gotten worse for the Buffalo Sabres. Owen Power is going back to the dressing room under his own, power, but power seems to be out of power. And
I fucking knew it.
what's up?
The girl that I said she's brunette, and I can't really tell, but it looks like she's making the duck lips, which actually bring that back. I like when chicks do that in pictures. And
It's
I
great.
said she's from New Jersey. She is from Snowboken, confirmed. That is nails.
The birthplace of the first ever baseball game, Snowboken, New Jersey, home of Francis Sinatra. Guy loved to do dust and cheat on his wives. Anyways, 9:07 remaining here, folks, as Owen Power limped off in his own power off the ice. And as the Buffalo Thursday night just got worse, they lost a top four defenseman. Is another top four defenseman, Rasmus Dahlin, not having the best night. And if
Tom,
you
I'm
thought
saying, how old are your ASICs?
old,
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 months.
People just make shit up in the chat.
Yeah, they're
It's
pretty-
crazy.
I mean, they're pretty sick. They're
They're-
not off the rack, if that's what you're asking. 6-3 right now, folks. 8:27 remaining. They probably think they're old because they have like the brown sole on it. You know, they think they're like that's like.
Yeah, I mean, people are just fucking delusional, you know?
Oh yeah.
People are saying I have no energy. It's like, I don't know what you want me to do. I mean,
Right.
Swish is doing the fucking play-by-play. You want me to just talk over them? Like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do.
Yeah. People just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, come in the chat and shut the fuck up. Except don't.
We have 8:04 left in this fucking game. 6-3. Buffalo Sabres, unless they can kick a 70-yard field goal. Dude, that should be something like in hockey. Like if you're down 3, like not 2, but if you're down 3 and you score from like below your own top of the circles, it's 3 points, three goals. So like you just have just a bunch of dudes just shooting on the net from like your own end. It'd be hilarious.
I love that. I
Like
think
just spice it up a little bit. Ooh,
oh
that-
my God.
yeah, that looked like a ankle injury for Owen Power. Hopefully it's not high ankle. He is back on the sheet, folks, because he is a warrior.
First overall, right?
First overall.
What?
I think he's got one career kill.
Really?
I don't know about that, but he got married really young.
He's married?
Oh yeah, he got married at like 21.
Oh, he went full Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, it's just something. You know, it's just I don't know.
Love is love, right? I mean, sometimes you think you love a chick when you're 21, and then you wake up one day and you realize it was the worst mistake of your life. 7:43 remaining in the
Yeah,
third
I mean, your
period here.
brain is not even fully developed, and you're getting married. But I'm not a scientist. I'm not Gary Brecka. But a wise man once told me, "Don't whatever you do, Swish, don't get married until you're at least 30 years old."
Could you imagine?
I'm now 56, and I am still single.
Could you imagine making your relationship official on paper in a courthouse when you're 20?
No.
What are you doing?
And your first overall.
Like, dude, relax. Like, she's not gonna leave. Like, you know, what are you doing?
Your first overall.
What are you like? What are you doing?
Your first overall.
But like, why, dude? You're barely even a person. You just got out of high school. You were just on a field trip on a bus.
Dude, you literally just went to like the Shed Aquarium in Chicago.
Why are you getting so serious with your chick? Like, what?
For what?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Dude, your
saying.
life is gonna be pretty long, hopefully. Like, what? Like love can wait, man.
How insecure do you have to be to get married when you're like in your early 20s? Like,
yeah,
you're barely a fella.
Fella, you what are you doing, dude? Like you're playing in the National Hockey League at 19 years old. Why are you getting married?
You're filing paperwork for a relationship. You barely have a license.
Dude, your chick is like a sophomore at Michigan.
Dude, your chick's ugly.
Yeah, she's even if she's hot, dude. What are you doing? Like, she's literally like still. She hasn't even picked a major yet. She's married. What are you doing?
She's gonna cheat. What are you doing?
Well, you should cheat. Fuck. I mean, at least get some touches. I mean, you're 20 years old. You don't even know what you like, dude.
How gay do you have to be to get married in your early 20s?
Yeah, you have to be.
It's so retarded.
You have to be such a pussy.
We gotta get somebody on the show that got married when they were like 21.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
you can do whatever you want.
All the power to you. I just want to get. I just want to walk a mile in your hokas and understand.
Like, why did you fold so quickly? You know what I mean? Like,
what pressure is it a religious thing? Are you Mormon? Are you like you still follow that other book? What's that other book? The fucking Torah.
Yeah, the Toro.
The Bible.
It's like salmon Toro. Yeah, that book. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. They have like a scripture in there. But dude, like, you're Owen Power, all right? Obviously, you're a massive nerd, but like your first overall, he is. He's like a very smart kid. He's like, he played with my cousin growing up. He played with Chicago Steel. He's a nerd.
Okay,
very nice kid, I assume. But dude, you're 18. You get drafted first overall as Buffalo's going to pull their goalie.
Oh my god,
you have pocket aces, dude. Why are you folding? Like, bro, just chill. Double it up, split them, see how it goes. Get off your entry level, dude. By the time like you're 22, I mean 23, 24, like what if you met some chick in Boston, man? I mean, I know you think you're in love, but like you haven't really experienced life yet. Like just let life happen a little bit. And then you know what? Hey man, if this is a chick for you, you know what? That's awesome, dude. Get married at 25, 26. You don't have to get married at 22, 21.
But why not just date her for another like 5 or 6 years or something? Like why? Like get
her a dog.
You're just in middle school.
Buy her a Q5.
Man. Like it's just so weird. Like
why would she say? I mean, I guess I know why she's saying yes. Make it 7.
What are you trying to?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with you.
It's a good life, you know.
I mean, if I was a girl, I'd do that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'd be the biggest gold digging whore if I was a chick.
I'm trying to do that as a dude.
Same.
The problem is I'm 60. Anyways, 5:41 folks remaining as Buffalo has pulled their goalie.
You're 60?
Yeah, basically.
Dude, it's gonna be so funny being 60.
Yeah,
like I'm basically dead. Who cares? I'm already at that point. It's just, who cares?
Someone said in the chat, not a ton of talent in Buffalo. Yeah, fella. You know when you play in the National League, you play 41 games at home, 41 on the road.
And also
you're never home.
Summer.
You're home for like 80 days of the year, bro. And you have summer, and you have $7 million, and you have a NetJets account, and you have $500,000 coming in every 2 weeks. You can meet someone pretty cool. I'm not money's not everything, but I'm just saying you have the ability to put your chin out there, which 99.9% of the population does not.
And I'm not even saying that you have to break up with your chick.
No.
But why?
But
if Owen Power came on the show, I'd be like, why did you get married?
I wouldn't even want to talk about how. We don't need to talk about the power play. Why did you get married so early?
And I just want to hear you out. And if he said like, hey man, I know that this is the one, all the power to you. Congrats.
Right.
But that's retarded.
Yeah.
I just want to know, because you guys know how I am. Marriage is a business. So you basically just got lured into a business transaction.
Right.
When you're 20.
If you're okay, so think about it like this. He would probably say, because I know a little bit about him, don't know the kid, but I know a little bit about him. He would say, well, I'm religious. God told me this is the one. And
told you when?
I want to have sex. The only thing I would say is if he was a virgin and he wanted a bunk, I would say, all right, well, maybe consider being a Mormon. You can have multiple wives.
How can you get told by a guy? I don't understand. How can you get told when to bunk by a guy that we don't know if he's there?
Well, he's not here currently. Is he
God
is God even there? But he's not. He's not on this planet with you. Where did you talk to him? You went to Starbucks?
I'll tell you right now, dude. I'm not letting any God tell me what to do with my penis. Like straight up, dude. Even if I go to church and I worship and whatever, you're not telling me what to do with my balls. Like that's where I draw the line.
I just don't understand when people say like, I gave up my life to Jesus. It's like, well, bro, like Jesus should be like just a tool or a drug, just like anything. It should help enhance and get you through different times.
Use Jesus when you want.
Exactly. It's like dust. If you want to do dust, it's like booze. It's like eating a chicken parm. That's my therapy. So use it. Don't abuse it, but don't surrender your life to it. Because at the end of the day, you have to be your own chin.
You have one chin. It's like a psychic, right? You go to a psychic. If you don't like what it says, go to a different psychic.
Right,
and,
but like,
and just go live on your own terms.
Why
man.
do people always say like they surrendered to God?
I don't know what that
bro,
means.
Like God should surrender to you, man. You're
Dude,
the one living.
God didn't surrender. You didn't surrender to God. You were high in Costa Rica, and the sunset was dope. Like I don't understand. I'm not trying to knock people's beliefs because everyone's gonna have their own chin. But I can't. I'm on the same page as you. As there's 5 minutes remaining in the third period, we go
use
to
God as a tool.
Yeah, dude.
Don't let him use you.
Only pray when you are in trouble.
Right. I used to pray for times like this, to shine like that, to rhyme like this,
to bunk Diddy like that,
to get oiled up by Diddy like that. 4:44 remaining, folks. Here.
Why was Diddy oiling people up
in the third period?
Come on, man.
Such a pussy.
Who, Diddy or?
That was 200 feet by Slavkovsky, and
Tage.
it's 4:30.
I like Tage Thompson.
Yeah, great.
Never met him, but I like him.
He's a good kid.
6-3. This game turned into a bit of a dud, folks. Sorry about that. We are discussing marriage live on the broadcast, brought to you by Allstate Insurance. Are you in good hands? And also brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Lines. If you can't afford Royal Caribbean, Norwegian is a great alternative. You can still impress.
We have
your future wife.
Nick AI7 says, Swish Gucci, will either of you be watching the Clark Cup finals for the USHL? Brother, I'm having a tough time watching the second round of the National Hockey League playoffs, the only league I really watch. No, I will be not watching a bunch of 17-year-olds slapdick the puck around. Respectfully, of course. USHL, the game has passed me in that sense, fella. Just don't really have any interest in junior hockey. Anyways, 4:04 remaining here in the final frame.
I said praying for a show in San Jose.
Ooh, Man Jose.
We should do a show in San Jose.
Yeah. They have that transgender game there. That's pretty cool.
Have 4 people show up.
Just forcing transgender charity games on people. It's pretty sweet.
What do they need a charity for, though?
I don't
Just the expensive surgery?
Yeah, I think, just it's, it's expensive.
We're an openly transgender show.
Of course. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be?
Dude, did you see that in the Binnington clip on Twitter? And I deleted it because I don't want any flack for him. People were saying that my comments about the employee in the Los Angeles wig store were transphobic. How is that transphobic?
Why? That a dude wants to be called a chick? I don't know.
Yeah, I just said I accidentally misgendered him and I didn't mean any harm by it.
Right.
And then I'm acknowledging I didn't know that he was a girl now because it's a man. And if anything, that's really respectful of me. People are like, you're fucking transphobic, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? That's the opposite of transphobia.
Yeah. I mean, they just want those people, they wake up offended, right?
Yeah, it's mental illness. It's
yep.
Mina Kimes disease.
Yeah,
3:28 remaining. Somebody has doubled down at the red line. I believe that is Bowen Byram, former Colorado Avalanche member.
It took them this long to show some fight. When they already lost the game, somebody fight. Somebody run someone from behind. I know it's playoffs, but fuck. You're down 3. Who gives a shit? 3:28 remaining as Chris Rooney is circled up and they're deciding where they're going to go get a 12-pack of wings afterwards. And Jack Quinn got a little bit of a rib cage job there as Bo Byram drops to a Kaepernick after getting slashed by Josh Anderson. And referee, official, and longtime friend of the show, Chris Rooney,
is a $700,000. Whatever. Just run the clock.
Run the clock, fellas.
Run the fucking clock, man. 3:28 remaining here. Stanley Cup playoffs brought to you by Geico. Insurance is a massive scam, but the government makes you drive around with it because they have their hands in the back pockets of the big banks. Series tied 2-2. However, this one's probably over. I don't know if this effort is going to translate over to the next game, but this is a horrific effort by the Buffalo Saberchins, as there's a look at Marty St. Louis.
Yep, and I am find myself doom scrolling mid-game. Sorry, folks, but that is the honesty you need over here at Home by 3. Buffalo Sabres going to go to a power play and hope to get it within 2 so you can call your agent and say, well, I played pretty well. I had a late goal in the meaningless playoff game. But we don't remember that because we're at contract negotiations. It's July 27th, and our GM is shit-faced at the lake, and I'm drunk too. And let's see if we can get an extra $1 million a year from that goal that nobody remembers I scored in Game 5 when we were down 6-3. Folks, 6-3, 6-4, 6-love. Roland Garros coming up in the next few weeks here as we have a great tournament on hands on clay. Speaking of clay, speaking of gay, Clay Aiken, friend of the show over here at HB3. We don't discriminate. We just resonate, baby. And a great little chance there, I guess, from Josh Norris, who will never win a Norris because he's a forward, folks.
Hey.
3:01, 3 minutes remaining here in the third period as Tage Thompson weaving, dicing, slicing, and just sucking. And here we are, folks. Hopefully the later game will be better. We got VGK and Anaheim. I'm going to say I'm not going to watch that game. Don't care. But I wish the best for Kelly McCrimmon and all the good folks on the Vegas Gold Knights. I hope they close out Anaheim tonight. I am hockeyed out. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to watch that game. I don't know how people. I don't know how people watch like 2 games, 3 games tonight. The day that ruined it for me was the first round, and I watched all 3 games on the couch, and I said I got out of it. And I said, "What am I doing? I just burnt myself out of hockey."
Yeah, I love hockey, but
I do too.
I
love it.
Just like we talked about on our latest show that's getting shadow banned. It's just it's been like playoffs for 3 months. It's like just somebody just have the game when they give the trophy out.
How sick would it be if it was just like March Madness, man? That's why March Madness has it figured out because it's just one game. I love that.
It doesn't need to be a 7-game series. It's so annoying.
No, because even like this game, as bad as Buffalo played, like really, dude, it doesn't really matter. You win one on the road, you're back home.
Could you imagine how hard guys would go if it was one and done?
Be nuts.
It'd be fucking sick.
Even best of 3. Best of 3 would create so much chaos, dude. It would be fucked. It would be so sick.
The goalie's been pulled for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And Montreal still can't score. They don't care.
They pulled him at the 7-minute marker, 6:38 or 6:42, and they still have not bunked. Granted, they've had 2 power plays, 6-on-4, 6-on-5, but still.
Still, you can ice it. So it's like,
take a
shot.
And this has been like the slowest finish to any game.
Folks, this is the most authentic broadcast you're going to get. 2 guys that just don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we're, brought to you by a couple sponsors and a couple, leagues that pay us nothing. And that's the PLL and this rugby league that we're lining up a deal with out of Australia. They actually want us to pay them. And I said, that's a fucking great deal. It fucking sounds good. What's your team called? The All Blacks? Fuck yeah, dude. I'll pay to that for that shit. 2:05 remaining here, folks. Everyone has exited the Key Bump Arena. Only the local loyal fans are still there. A lot of people have left for Amherst, Rochester, and the surrounding areas of Rome, New York, and Rochester, like I mentioned. But, yeah, sad night in Buffalo for sure. But that's porn, dude. Sometimes it lets you down, and sometimes you come too quick. Yeah, man. It's like anything, dude. You get high hopes. When your hopes get too high, that's when disappointment creeps in. Always keep your hopes at even keel. And let life be life. And now we're getting into signs and quotes that sorority girls would hang above their shitter. Let life be life. Is the message of this Thursday. Is somehow the Montreal Canadiens still cannot score with the cage open. It's only been open for the last almost 6 minutes as Buffalo, the clock is winding down. The power play is winded down. We still have the empty net. I would hate to be out there for Buffalo right now and soak a minus. That would rattle the fuck out of me. And we are at the 52-minute marker, and we're going to scale this down, folks. Again, we'll be on the airwaves tomorrow. We'll be live at 9:30 in the morning. The plan is to do a call-in show and then eventually do a Patreon. We are the hardest working show in the world. I'm going to go to sleep right after this. I'm taking an Ambien at 6 o'clock. And I'm going to gear up for what is tomorrow. Home by 3.shop, new merch on the way. And that's about all I got before I sign off and take off this ultra sweaty.
I've had my eyes closed for 2 minutes.
And here we go as Luke Shen fires a ill-advised shot to the nets.
All right, folks. Hold on. There's 7 seconds left. Hold the phone. This one's not over. There's 7 seconds left. Anything's possible. All right, guys.
Their best. Weren't dealt the best hands, but, we split a pair of 4s and tried our best. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. This coverage you can't get anywhere else. Home by 3 back on the airwaves tomorrow, the hardest working show in all of show business. Again, call-in show.
The link will be out at like 9:30.
Link will be out. Fucking Abe Link. And that's at 6-3, live from the guts of Buffalo, New York. 93.1, Bob Gucci. You don't have to go home, folks, but you can't stay here.